Internet. How's it going?
What
How's
up?
Yizzo!
We're
everything?
back!
Hey! Hello, Twitch. How's everything going?
We fucking feeling?
My name is Tate Washburn. Welcome to Neon Lights at Night City, the cyberpunk actual play stream. I keep on wanting to say podcast there. The only stream on this channel that I get to decide who lives or dies. It's 100% my choice.
I was actually concerned you weren't gonna do it at the only show on this channel that joke, and I was gonna call you out on it if you didn't do it. I was worried, but you brought it back.
I
You
didn't
brought
even
it.
think about it until this moment because, like, I never do.
That's fair.
Everything in my life is improv, every single moment. I don't know who these people are. I was just told to be here. Anyways, now I know who these people are, and they're going to introduce themselves for you and not for me, because I know who they are, for sure. Anyways, Foxy.
What up? It's your boy Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, aka Baron Von Foxy, your favorite fox. Today I'm playing Fox, the Fixer, who's kind of dealing with a lot of things. Raising his daughter would be one. Running for mayor of South Night City would be a second one. And trying not to die in the middle of an irradiated wasteland with his friends would probably be the third one. Cause that can be sketchy sometimes.
Mhm.
And that's really all I got for today. Just I'm gonna pass it over to my main to my
Really
homie
quick.
Michelle.
No,
Take it away.
really quick,
What's up?
because I really do like what you've been doing with Seven Sons with the question. I have one about last session, if you guys kind of remember what happened,
Uh huh.
but it's more of a philosophical one.
Uh
How
huh.
does Fox feel about, like, the idea of genetically modified people? Like, does he have a thought that jumps to his mind first?
So I'm gonna say this out loud so that everybody can hear it as a player thing, even though I don't think any of the characters have picked up on it just yet. So act accordingly. From the moment Fox has picked up on the possibility that Dion, Tess, and/or some other people might be modified, his immediate thought is, I'm building an army, and that sounds incredibly useful for that. So not only does he not really give that much of a shit about the fact that these people are modified, his thought process is, can I find out how this was done so I can do it to more people? Well, not him specifically, but he can pay someone to do it to more people.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting question.
Yeah,
All right,
that's where
next
he's at with
person.
it. And he's like, he hasn't spoken publicly about it because he knows that certain people might
Okay.
feel a little sideways about it, but fuck you, pay me.
Yeah.
Sure.
Take it
All
away,
right.
Michelle.
I guess I'm next. I'm Michelle. I play Lynx, a netrunner. Who is determined to apparently adopt every single person that she comes across. Um,
Every awkward human being that it even needs a little bit of help in life, apparently.
yeah, it is a problem. Okay, I recognize that it is a problem, but like Lynx does not like, and Lynx I feel like also recognizes it's a problem, but she's not gonna stop.
Good
Uh,
problem to have. And how does Lynx feel about just, like, not even about genetically modified people, but the idea that people can be genetically modified? It can be broader than just the
I
persons
mean,
themselves.
it's their meat suit. They can do what they want with it.
It's their
Um,
meat suit.
I
I
mean,
love that.
like
That's
I
fair.
feel
What if
like
it's not them that want?
Lynx is like consent is important, right? But
Yeah,
like
it'd
the
be the
fact
same
that
thing as, like, removing someone's limb and putting cyberware on there when they don't want it for Lynx. There's
yeah,
not any difference for her. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, like Lynx is just kind of like is like, oh, okay, I didn't know Technic got this far. That's pretty cool. But like, and like, there's interesting implications. But otherwise, she's just like, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, like,
eh.
and not to sap off your intro, Michelle, but like, Fox is kind of in the same vein where it's like, I have a pseudo AI in my head. I don't think I can really talk about somebody having like anything done to their body. I'd like make
Look,
me a bit of a
Lynx's big
hypocrite.
bro is a freaking AI. Okay, like just
Like, and then Cassius in his head
the
just
meat
like
suit is not really important. Okay,
like
Lynx spends
cat
half her
cat
time in the
just
net.
shrugs, just like yeah, whatever. Anyway, go ahead, Dan. That's you.
On to Dan.
Hi, I'm dying of heat exhaustion. Also
Please
I'm
don't.
Dan. I play Huckabee, aka Doc, aka Huck, aka Doc Huck occasionally. The medtech who really likes money but has a good reason for it. And as far as what I think about people genetically modifying themselves, to me it doesn't seem that big a stretch from implanting cyberware, as long as it's the person's own decision.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we might have a problem.
That's fair. Hi, Joe.
Um, yeah, so Dion
You're
Dion
Joe
is
and
the
you
guy
play
in
Dion. That's
cyberware.
the first part. That's the
Oh,
first
right.
part.
Hi,
Is
my name is Joe. I play Dion, do
And
media.
and the button factor.
Yeah,
I
Dion.
want to say that joke every time.
Um, Dion probably. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the process, I would assume. So, you know, Dion has gotten cyberware, and
Yeah.
he's not exactly opposed to the idea of having like your body be modified.
hmm
Um, but some of the procedures he probably wouldn't be able to like stomach seeing in person. Um, and
I think that would
uh,
be like an important note of your backstory is that you were definitely genetically modified at such an early age, you don't really remember it. But when you watch them trying to modify adults, because that's what they're really trying to do, you definitely have had like some kind of reaction to that. Even if you don't remember the procedures, those procedures are definitely viscerally uncomfortable for Dion. It's that thing where like kids don't remember their trauma and often still react to it as adults.
yeah, Dion um, pretty much views it like cyberware. So you wouldn't put like a robot hand on somebody's arm without their consent. And that's and it took a hell of a lot more than that though, I think, to
Oh yeah.
do what
No,
they
it's
did to
not
Dion.
a simple project.
So it probably went on for a long period of time. So um, you know, it's kind of a different that's the biggest difference, I think,
Yeah,
is
is
the
that
amount of
it's
time.
a lot more involved than cyberware, especially at this point.
Mhm.
But anyways, I think that's a good segue into last time. You guys basically went on a mission to find more information about the facility that Dion was raised in. Uh, while there, you found a few things of note, as you did find one, I guess, containment cell for a modified person that
Was
was
thankfully
more
not
recently
occupied.
used. Hmm?
That was thankfully not occupied.
Yeah, it wasn't occupied, but it had been used more recently. You did find a lot of medical data. Uh, Doc, I think you grabbed like this
Found
scanner
some pretty
technology
high
that lets you.
medical equipment that we couldn't take with us because it was very large.
He was large.
Yeah, there was some that was just too big to
Too
carry.
large.
Like you're gonna need to bring a truck back in here, and
Hmm.
honestly, it's gonna be hard to fit it up through the elevator. You think they probably built it in the facility in some way, like
Ye-
ship in a bottle type of stuff.
hmm.
But you did grab the medical scanner, I think you said, so it does let you just sort of scan the vitals of someone even at a distance. So that'll be helpful. And you can kind of apply it to just anything. It's not that big of a piece of technology. And then, yeah, on your way out, as you collected just a bunch of data and several very valuable computers, whether they have the data in them or not, you're going to be able to sell those. You did activate the security system. Thankfully for you guys, that all the doors downstairs didn't open. Uh, I think as a detail, Dion, you would sort of remember a little bit more about your escape, and you're pretty sure one of your friends like slammed those doors on purpose and probably misaligned them, and that's why they didn't open. So good for you guys. One of you rolled really high on your luck roll so that you didn't immediately have to fight a bunch of robots.
I'm pretty sure it was me.
You do
You're the
have,
only
I
person
think,
with decent
the
luck,
highest
so-
I
luck.
have a shit ton of luck.
besides Huck.
It's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, you and Huck both like. It's good to have luck sometimes, especially when I'm adding a new mechanic where I actually have you roll a luck roll. I just think it's fun. Anyways, uh, so you guys have just exited the medical facility.
Oh, so we're still in the
Uh,
hot zone right now.
Cries.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so there are a few things that I think you guys would notice is that it's not much later in the day. You really weren't down there very long, and this is sort of the first thing you did in the
Got too
morning. So it's like
lucky.
maybe afternoon. Uh, it is always pretty hot, like in Night City. It's just kind of muggy as it's getting into like spring at this point.
Wow, can't relate to that.
And
at all.
yeah, but it's also like Southern California. Like it's just that's how it is. And
Fantastic.
climate change has gotten worse and worse. So things be hot.
Be
Uh,
hot.
but there's like an uncomfortableness to be here. It is not radiation enough that we have to start rolling like resist sickness checks, but it's not great here. You guys have all put on like your gas masks just because Doc would be very aware that the problem with radiation is very much going to be if it stays in your lungs for longer when you're there, you're going to suffer more. So these masks are very useful. And what I would like to do is first ask what your guys' plans are now that you're out. The robots are behind you, and you've made it to the surface.
We've got the data and everything.
We do have the data. We have the laptops.
Okay, so I don't know what the fuck those robots are, but we should not stay here. Like,
Agreed.
at all.
But
Excellent Foley work.
robots.
Excellent Foley work.
Okay, I understand, but I don't know if you saw the giant fucking laser staffs they had. Yeah, not a fun time.
So, Tate, does Doc recognize Doc? You said Doc last session. We said that Doc recognized the weapons, right? Because they looked like the kind that were the drones at Rockland.
Yeah, you recognize the robots kind of the same way that like iPhones kind of look the same. A lot of these robots do have a very similar look to them, and these ones just look like an older model, like a quite older model, like it's been at least outmoded a few times. But
what could this mean? All right.
You thinking kind of hard over there, Doc? What's up?
Communicates. I'll explain later. For now, we should go. We have what we came for.
For once, I'm not the smartest person here. Let's get the fuck out.
Do you good?
So what I would. Oh, sorry, you guys get going.
Dion is just sitting in pretty much silence and nods.
We can do therapy at home. Let's get the fuck out of here first, all right?
Lynx kind of like clutches the laptop that has all the data like very protectively, and it's just like, okay, and shoves it into like what passes as like the most, like wraps it up very gently and puts it in her bag.
I'd take that from you, but I think you'd claw me for it, so I'll pass.
Just a little bit.
But you guys have also distributed like 8 computers between you guys, at least.
That's true. As long as Fox has got one with him, just like one he can kind of hold on to for a bit, just like.
Yeah, you don't know what each of the individual computers, the data each individual one has on it, but they are still valuable things to sell because even a few years outmoded, they are very, very nice.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
Lynx wiped the other computers though.
Yeah,
so.
one of them still has data on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that Lynx is very much hoarding like a
that's
a
cool.
dragon.
We'll figure that out when we get home. Fox is not worried about that, especially because he probably wouldn't know which one was which. Either way, he's kind of dumb. So he's gonna just like, honestly, just like at this point, just like pistol out, like just like looking up and around, just like, all right, heads on a swivel. Let's just move fast though. Like we're not walking, okay?
Yeah, then Fox, roll me perception.
You got it. That's not gonna go.
Do
well.
me the dice thing.
Now, see, unfortunately, Fox is real good with people, so my people perception is fuego. My non-people perception, however.
Yeah,
I would like to use my first luck point of the day.
Yeah, go for it.
Plus 1 of that is 12. I will take it.
All right. I think Doc and Fox, both of you, as you're looking around, there's not people around. I think you still hear like scuttling sometimes off in the distance.
I don't like that.
Oh no, you Fox would especially be aware, but Doc, you would be vaguely aware because you've definitely seen injuries from these things. There are not a lot of animals in Night City because like we've obliterated the environment at this point, but there's some, and one of the ones that have actually survived are what would be considered, I guess, wolf yotes. They're like a breed between wolves, coyotes, and dogs that people have left out. They exist in the real world right now, but these are just even more advanced. They're basically the most durable human-smart scavengers. They rarely attack someone until they're super hungry or you really fuck with them. And Doc, you've run into a lot of people who are dumb and fucked with them. But those are what you assume that scuttling is.
I'm going to break character for a moment. No. I'm now going to return to character for a brief moment. No. Can we fucking move?
Agreed.
But that's
Doc
all you
has
guys
run out
notice.
at this point.
What I would like to know from Lynx really quickly is when you're not at your computer, how do you get messages? Like you may have like a flip phone or something, but like if you're not actively attached to a like node of some kind,
People
is
talk
your
to
like
you.
phone on? Can someone text you?
I mean, Lynx has like a burner phone for like
Yeah.
important shit because but like
Okay.
otherwise it's not really like connected to anything. But like
hold up,
she can like it's like the reachable one if there's an emergency.
hold up,
Yeah.
hold up. People talk to you.
I mean,
Do I
hello,
have
Kit,
friends?
Kit. Have don't you remember when you got like chased down by that stupid mob
That did happen.
because of your
Uh,
dumb decisions?
Hey, listen. You know what? I make a lot of dumb decisions. You gotta be more specific than that, okay?
Kit.
There's also been more than one mob. I guess the question is, so like to explain like the page stack, like the data stream that exists, you have to be connected to some kind of node to access that. And that's primarily where you get information from like your hacker people. Like that's how you stay updated on that. Would you have given your cell phone number to any of those people, or is there some other method by which that happens?
Okay, for hacking specific stuff.
Yeah, like the people you don't know in real, like in meat space, the people you only know through hacking. Would they text you, or would it be you get home and then get a bunch of messages from them?
Okay, so Lynx has like two phones. One for the
Okay.
I know you, right? Like I know you and
Mhm.
therefore you are important, therefore you need to like like if you need to reach me immediately, this is
Okay.
who you call. And then
Mhm.
there's the hacking phone for the like this
Okay.
is like I vaguely know you and I think you're chill and you're cool, but like I don't quite trust you. Here is the other number.
Okay, then the question would be, which of those phones does Manny the Spider Young have a number for, if any?
Well, okay, so he like Lynx has like basically just adopted him, so he hasn't gotten quite the trust for the emergency phone yet. He's got
Yeah, the real person phone. He's
he
got
doesn't
the
have the
hacker
real
phone.
person phone.
Okay.
He's got the hacker phone. They're both
Okay.
online. It's just not.
Yeah. Well, so the thing is, it's probably as you are leaving this building that you realize that both of these phones, because they're crappy burner phones, we're not getting any kind of service in there. Service is especially spotty in like the hot zone because there's just less like actual satellites that care to point in that direction. There's a lot less. There's like citywide infrastructure for helping those phones connect to also data streams and stuff, uh, and it's just not here. So you suddenly get quite a few messages from Manny. Uh, you read them. The first is like, "Oh, hey, you're heading to the hot zone? Yeah, you can come by. I guess I don't know if your friends like they're not going to be weird about this." And then that's like right about when you entered, and then just like a minute or two ago, it's like, "Oh, hey, I found you. I found you on cameras. I try and keep a few up. You're going to a medical facility? Oh, hey, there's like another drone nearby. You should probably be aware. Oh, they are watching you. Hey, this drone, I don't know where it comes from. Hey, are you okay? Hello?" Rapid series of messages.
Oh dear.
So you can look around using either perception or your scanning ability, and you get a free luck point to spend if it goes badly.
Okay, well, Lynx is first gonna be like, is like a blink, send a quick like just a quick like I live.
Yeah,
Just
don't
like
worry, I'm not dead.
Woman,
Yeah, yeah.
we are running.
I'm not
Can you text
dead
your
yet.
boyfriend later?
and roll and roll for scan and Lynx is just gonna be like, calm down, Kit, but like with like a finger up, like quiet, and
Mhm.
do a scan. 13.
Okay, you start scanning, and there's the barest blip of something that you recognize as one of Manny's little fly drones. Uh, and it leaves the edge of your scan in a direction. And I think it's because you look that way, you know it's that way. You see barely at the edge of your scan, which is pretty far with your upgraded tech, there is like a speck flying away and then around a building that you know couldn't be this fly drone because at that distance there's no way you could see it, and that must be the other drone Manny was talking about. And I think that when you do, it's like Manny says, "I think you guys need to get here now to my place," and he sends you a ping for a location. Unless you don't care about the military grade drone that was following you.
Oh, well, this is a problem. Lynx is gonna like look up and be like, "We have a problem, guys. Military grade drone following us.
Those are
my new
never
friend
words I like to hear in
might
a
have caught
sentence in that order.
Not
Well,
a great order for those
He
words.
just left. My friend offered his home in here to, I guess, lay low for a sec.
Wait,
Thoughts?
hold up, stop, slow down. You have friends?
Yeah.
Kit, we've discussed this. Also, easier. I might have semi-adopted another one.
Another? God fucking. Okay.
Sure, you already know about this one. But I mean, if Lynx doesn't say anything, then it sounds like she's adopted 3 people now.
Okay. Is he useful at least?
He's got the data on who was spying on us.
That sounds useful. Let's get there.
Okay.
I love that you're not even mentioning he's the guy that was going to hire you to, like, get to the drone facility, the robot
no,
facility.
she knows I'm gonna yell at her when she says that. She knows. She knows what's gonna happen when she mentions the facility. She knows what's gonna happen when she brings that up. She's avoiding bringing it up on purpose. I know why she's not bringing it up.
Yeah, because we're gonna get
Fox
another
doesn't
dozen
know,
messages.
but Foxy, I know. I see you.
All right. So Lynx is just gonna be like, okay, coordinates. Any advice on how to reach there without tails? To Spider.
He.
Like, cause she doesn't want to bring them to his doorstep.
Can we move while we text?
Yeah, you guys can be moving while you do this. I would like
just Fox yelling at them
someone
in
other than
like,
Lynx.
Can we please?
I think someone other than Lynx can roll me some streetwise or street smarts, whatever it's called. I always get it wrong.
You already fucking know, boy. You
navigate.
already know, my boy.
Mhm.
Another one. I'm blowing
Day
another
the
luck
day
point. It's happening right
of
now.
all the ones.
Gotta get them out.
You
Alright,
might
17,
now.
so that's
Get
18
'em out now.
total. A lot better.
18. All right. Yeah. So Lynx, you ask him this, and I was only pausing because I'm trying to consider how this man texts. I think he texts you ellipses as he's thinking, just to because he's like, I need them to know that.
Oh, I
I've
hate
read
people
this,
that do
but
that. I actually hate people that do that.
He's
like, with
exactly that kind of person.
like people that like when they're texting in asterisk describe the actions they're supposed to be taking, like palms, forehead. I hate that you said that. No, fuck you. Send an emoji or I'll punch you in your fucking face. I hate you. I hate you. I'm sorry. Anyway.
So ellipses and then like thinking emoji and then I don't fucking know. I can keep the drone away from you, but I don't leave my house. Ever.
And Lynx is just you can hear the audible sigh from Lynx, like when she reads this and just like, another it's another child that we need to take it. Okay, teach how to be to be a
Teach how to be person. He does live in a hot zone, so that probably tells you something about like how he is as a person.
I mean, isolated, has social issues, probably social anxiety.
Yeah, sounds like all of your adoptees.
Lynx
Wait,
is just
I'm one of your adoptees.
you're doing better in the social area, so you had that beat. All right, so like Lynx is just gonna like also be like, just tag for a second, be like, well, we'll try to disappear into a side street and then meet at your location.
Yeah, so with 17, you do tell, like, you are trying to avoid people and, like, keep people off your trail, and you're doing pretty good at it. I think that Lynx, you would be more aware, but if you pointed out, everyone else would notice. You see a little few more of the fly drones. Sometimes you actually see a regular fly, and you're like, is that a... No, it's not. Like if it does something obviously dumb and stupid that a fly does that a robot doesn't, you're like, ah, okay. But you'd have to like put it in your hand and look at it really closely to be able to tell not a drone. And you see more of them around you. You assume as like a way to keep the other drone away, but you don't see it. And you sort of walk around, and you get into part of the hot zone that actually used to be neighborhoods. There's not a lot of it, but there's some. Like sort of at the edge. I would say sort of the northernmost corner above the old bank block about here.
Oh, can I take a moment while we're walking for a brief
Stream.
bit?
Yeah.
So while we're walking, Fox would definitely like, after being a bit more, hey Tim, what's up, baby? After being worried for like a little bit about
Hey,
like
Tim.
like keeping his gun up and like watching around, eventually Fox would kind of like he stuff it back in his pants as we're kind of walking, and he would kind of like slowly like move back towards the group, and he would kind of like throw an arm over Dion, not like pull him in, but just kind of like a very just passive kind of like shoulder touch, just like, yo, bro, you head all right?
Yeah, will be, I guess.
You seem like you're thinking about it a lot right now. Wouldn't want you to start, steaming at the ears or anything. Take it easy, all right?
All right.
Anyway, quick question if you don't mind me getting a little personal. So, your girlfriend back there, she had the same, or I guess similar mods to you, right?
Normally I'd
I
correct
mean,
you, but
the technical answer to that, if Dion cares to say, is vaguely. I mean, you both are supposedly more durable and like going to be peak human condition, so long
Oh
as
yeah,
you don't
I
like
don't super care about specifics.
sit on a couch all day and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
normally I'd correct you saying girlfriend, but today I don't have the energy. Yeah, it's about the same shit.
Okay, figured as much. I'm just saying, dude, she's cute. We'll talk about that later, though. Anyway, right. So, you trust me, right, D?
I think so.
Well, one, that's a mistake. You should never do that. But second, I appreciate you doing it anyway. We got a lot of heat on our heads right now. I figure you know that more than anybody else, right? I mean, Lynx is like my mom. She's had my back since before I could eat, feed myself. I kind of figured as much. Doc, he's helpful work, and we pay him well to keep him on deck. But me and you been in this trenches for a minute, dude. We've been slinging mud out here with these idiots for a bit. Point being, nothing for nothing. I know if I gotta pull some guns on somebody, you got my back. Which means we should probably have the biggest guns possible if we're gonna be pointing guns at, mayors and shit. I guess what I'm asking is, and I haven't told anybody else this, but would you feel weird if I thought we should make more people like you?
To be honest, I don't care that much.
Hey, man. Nothing for nothing. I appreciate you being non-contrarian, but you're my dude on this. I don't trust a lot of people to give me advice. You, for anybody, should know that. But if you tell me something seems like it's not a bad call, or not, like it's a bad call, I'll take a heat on it, all right?
Just be better than them.
Come on, man. You know me, right? I'm at least passively all right, right?
Yeah, most of the time.
That's a good answer. I appreciate that. Anyway, don't let your head get too focused on it, all right? We're still in the hot zone right now, so head up, gun higher, keep your chin up, all right, man?
Yep.
I got your back, dude, all right? And I'll just offer him like one more tap on the shoulder and just kind of like slide back over to, just slide back over to where I was kind of in the marching order and just keep moving. And if anybody like looks at Fox and like asks him what that was, which kind of be like, just checking him on my dude, and like not really take any more inquiry on it. That's all I wanted.
Okay. So you end up getting into this sort of neighborhood-ish area. I say neighborhood-ish because definitely a lot of these places that were homes are like businesses, and then eventually abandoned. And you kind of come to what looks like it could have been like, I don't know, a small dump, a park where people just left trash. There's like a few cars out in front of it, and it's the other side of that through this like sort of narrow alleyway space is a like just a duplex, just sort of sitting there on its own, and one of the doors open, and a slightly more substantial looking like hovering drone, something more like what Enzo would have used. sort of
Ugh.
hovers there in the door, and then it just looks like a drone with helicopter blades. It's not like insect-like, and
Oh,
it
oh God.
just sort of hovers in there and like sort of shakes like it's trying to tell you something, and goes in, and Lynx, you would get the message of like, yeah, you should come on in.
All right. Lynx is just gonna like, well, we've been invited, and just immediately like does a quick check of like because like scan check for the other drone, and then just like if she sees nothing, she's just gonna walk right in.
Yeah, scan that drone.
Boop boop. 13 again.
Nice.
Hey, yeah, you don't see anything on the scan. You are picking up quite a few little pings here on the surface as you look around, and you think that this is like the best place for his drones to hide, because it is kind of a dump space. And so there is a, oh hey, Tim just subscribed.
I saw.
Thanks.
Yes,
Tim.
you did.
Thank you, Tim.
But yeah, you think this is the best place to hide because there's also like a lot of normal flies here. But you also can tell, like, coming from that room, there's a pretty substantial like node pinging in front of you. Something that's like, oh, this is some real serious security going on here. And you think that there's something almost hiding the rest of it from you, if that makes sense. Like, you know that the scan should pick up more if there's a hacker here, and there's just not more than that one node.
Ooh,
And yeah, so I guess you all enter the front door.
I'm behind Lynx at this point, just following her in.
Yeah, so you step through, and it looks like a regular, quite messy apartment for a second, and then it all like fuzzes out as you realize it's all a hologram, and there's actually like steps going down, and you hear a voice. A voice to you, Lynx, sounds vaguely familiar, but not really. The same like nervous pattern, but definitely not being filtered through like VR. It's like, you can come on in. There's like some clattering as you hear the sound of someone hurriedly trying to clean stuff.
I take it that's your friend?
Yeah. Hey, Spider! How you doing?
Oh, dear. Alright. Well, I need answers, so let's make this fast, alright?
It's like, just calm down. He's a little skittish. Be nice. He's basically your adopted little bro now. Just be nice.
Mom, if you know me the way you know me, you should know that I'm only nice when I want something, or need something, or I'm lying to someone.
Please don't scare him.
I make no immediate promises.
Like, well, okay. Can you try your best not to scare him immediately?
Of that, you have my word. Unless he
Okay,
freaks me out,
cool.
then I might shoot him. I haven't shot anything in a while. Feeling antsy.
It's like,
Wait, you said he's a kid. Never mind. I don't want that on my conscience.
all right. So Lynx is gonna go down and just greet Spider pretty energetically with like a, hey, how you doing? And it's like,
Yeah, so
and like I
just
love.
like to set the scene. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. It's like I love the hologram disguise. Like, how the fuck? Just immediately like tech babble.
Yeah. So you go down these stairs, and it opens up to what looks like a pretty sizable studio apartment setup. It's really not much different than, say, what you guys have at the Neon Lights, the apartment complex. You do think that he's probably doing some sort of shenanigans to get power and water here. Like, you don't know how he's done that, but maybe he's at the very edge of the hot zone. He's probably done some work to just steal it off someone else just north of him. The whole room is quite messy. It's mostly like several different long tables. There is a bed and a sink and a bathroom. And I think the first thing you'd notice is Manny is sitting down, and then you see that his chair like moves. It has like 4 legs to it, and it moves up and turns around, and he is what's known as a cyber wheelchair. A battle model, actually, as you see, there's also 2 like basically just cyber limbs that you'd have on a person, like attached to the back of it, and each of those seems to have some amount of gear. You don't know what it is, and then the legs seem extremely good at like sticking to surfaces. I don't know if Lynx or Doc would know more about it, but basically, like, these legs use magnetism and various other mechanics to stick to surfaces, and it could climb up a wall if it needs to.
Fire! Okay. But a much cooler
I
one
think the
than
second thing
actually.
you'd
Strapped
notice,
in for if it needs to climb a wall. So,
yeah,
like,
actually, it looks
oh.
like he's. You can see that from like the waist down. There's quite a few like straps keeping him attached to this thing. And you'd notice also, I think Doc and Lynx, but everyone would notice it. Just you two more. He doesn't actually have like any cyberware installed on him.
Huh.
He's wearing like a pretty big like uh, VR headset looking thing, and he's got like a bunch of equipment that he just can like reach out his hands at any given time. In fact, as he like turns around to greet you, you see the two hands on the back are like still typing stuff.
Huh.
Hmm.
And he sits there and is like, hi.
It's like Spider. Just like Link just immediately just hops into introductions. It's like Spider, meet my friends. Guys, this is Spider. Or my new friend.
You could call me Manny. We're not. If you've seen my face, you don't need to call me by a hacking name. It feels weird.
Manny, it is then. Call me Lynx.
Hi. Yeah. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm the one who was gonna hire you for the drone thing. Sorry for maybe kind of digitally stalking you for a bit. I'm bad with people.
Okay, 2 questions.
Uh,
1, drone thing. 2, digital stalking.
I don't trust someone to like be here and know about how I do my hacking thing unless I know a lot about them. And like I kind of know a lot about you guys now. Sorry.
So we can
It's
skip
weird.
introductions. Cool. Saves me time.
I think if we don't need to introduce ourselves. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I handed Leaks a bunch of information. I'm pretty sure I know who was trying to like blackmail you guys. I also think I know something about the drone that was following you. It's not good. It's not good. He seems like he's more comfortable talking about like a job or like technical stuff than he is doing introductions.
That's fine. So let's keep this. So Puff's kind of like, originally kind of sort of stern, but like not exactly being like harsh. Almost like he's almost kind of like teaching, just like, all right. So we'll cut the shit and get right to the important stuff, right? We're assuming you have information to give us, and you want us to give it to you, and you want to give it to us in exchange for
The drone thing. Oh, to Links.
Sorry,
did I not? Would you? Okay.
We've had an eventful couple days, so I haven't had a chance to mention the job you had.
Like, hi, yeah, I don't know if the other three of you know a lot about hacking, but I'm the Spider. I specialize in hacking from long distances. He like holds out his hand, and several of these flies just land there, and he can like hold it up to you, and you can tell that it's a machine. And I used to have a lot more of these, and I used to be a lot less careful with them, but the factory I use to make them has been overrun.
huh. Okay.
I desperately need someone to go and fix that. I think it might be related to an AI thing, or at least it seems like it is, because some AIs got caught in the facility when it all went dark. And like if the AIs couldn't take out whatever did that, then no amount of hacking is going to on my end. So
yeah.
I'm willing to hand you guys whatever data you need to take that job, and then also reward being, I mean, you get to help your AI friends who I'm assuming they're going to reward you. I can
Fox will
also pay you
grab the back of his wrist
in
to
hacking
cut
and
him
stuff.
off as he's talking.
Is it?
He'll kind of like look at the wrist that's holding the flies. It's kind of like about how many are on the hand. Like, give me a number.
I think 3.
Okay. So what he'll do is he'll kind of like go to the back two, and he'll not hard. He's not trying to break them. Just gently flick them off of his hand. He just said
they start flying on their own.
Yeah, and he looks down at Manny and just says, "You never show your whole hand. You have a couple of these drones flying around the city. You want to get more, but you lost the factory. And in exchange, you'll give up half the information for us, plus a bonus task of bringing us something else you need for the rest of it. This is called negotiation, kid."
Huh. I guess that makes sense. I don't usually deal with people, except for blackmail sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of get that sense of that. See, here's the thing, kid. You know a bit about me, so I'm not going to give you the spiel, but if there are things that but there are certainly things that I can help you out with when it comes to, well, this. You, on the other hand, definitely seem to have a few talents. I like keeping talented people around.
Okay, good. He's like not sure how to take that.
And then he folds the hand closed, the hand that's holding the fly, kind of presses it down to him and says, and he kind of looks like kneels down a bit and says, and this is the part where because I helped you, you give me the first bit of that information we have. And he kind of just offers that shitty smirk and says, this is also negotiation. You'll get better at it.
I hope that one day I can just hire you to be better at that. Anyways,
Now you're thinking right.
yeah, and you see the hands on the back of his chair type something and then like make a gesture, and what looks like just like he has like 3 different keyboards, and you don't really see screens, but you see a lot of like hologram nodes. You assume that the data he looks at is actually in like the headset, the VR headset he does. But a thing comes up and it's a model of a drone, and you've seen a lot of drones made by civilians, hobbyists, stuff like that, that all are for like mobility and are mostly like whatever you can cobble together. This thing looks like sleek and dangerous. Like it's got an obvious mounted gun on the bottom. It's got some serious looking surveillance equipment. Uh, and sorry, Lynx is distracting me by telling me that Spider is adorbs. Anyways, and it's sort of just like this VR model of it, and he gestures like, this is the newest Arasaka drone. They sell them to basically anyone, so it's probably not them, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because generally if Arasaka uses tech here, they don't use their own because they need to pretend like, oh, we didn't do that, that's a splinter group. You know, that bullshit they always do.
So that makes sense.
I'm familiar.
So I'm sure that they just sold it to someone and then someone smuggled it in.
Uh-huh.
They were following you, and then another hand gesture, a map of the city comes up. Like they were following you from about oh come on, I have a window open, so it's not let me do that. They were following you from about where you entered here, actually pretty quickly. It's when I first picked them up, at a pretty good distance. So somebody knows you went in and somebody knows you went out, and I don't pretend to know exactly what you found in there, but I've done my research on everyone, including Dion, who had the least amount on him. So I'm assuming it's some kind of secret, and I'm assuming Dion's, because he's the only one who's actually kind of from there, as far as I can tell.
Fox flicks him in the top of the head. Stop assuming, or saying it out loud.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, you kind of have to. There's like not forehead to flick, other than like the headset, so it's just like pink.
He kind of
like,
pokes
right.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just stop assuming.
Yeah, okay. But anyways, they're following you, and I would be worried. This is not the kind of thing that your average person uses, and they knew you were coming here, or at least they assumed.
And Fox kind of just brings a small smile. And that was a perfectly reasonable amount of info to give. Getting better every second. All right.
Hey.
So we already knew we were being followed by at least a few different people anyway, and Arasaka Tech being involved isn't really actually any surprising news to us. But that does mean someone knows we're here, and if they know we're here, they probably at least have a suspicion on why we went here. Meaning, someone either has more info on this than we do, or has the same info that we do, and probably doesn't want us to have it for too much longer. Suspects? And he kind of looks just like the entire group, just like...
Lynx is just gonna be like, well, I don't know about you, Manny, but if you were around long enough, you probably noticed the Arasaka hit squad that we had fun with.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
It's like, well, and at this point, Lynx is gonna like on a tangent start like babbling to Manny about like the really cool shit that she found in like their tech display, as well as like
Yeah.
you know how how it can be hacked and like other things, and just side conversation like
Yeah, okay,
start like
Yeah,
Roman,
he's
focus up,
100%
please. We
enraptured.
got it. There were some hitmen. They had some really cool cyber. We fucked them up. Focus on the point.
fine, sorry, and it's like and just like Lynx just like has like this like kind of like downturned expression, just like it's like damn it, I had tech friend talk. Okay, anywho, okay, so it's like just like you can see her like she kind of like go like okay, focusing. Well, did we get any leads on who hired them? And at this point, Lynx is gonna like look around to like, because I know you guys had an entanglement yesterday, I think.
Yeah, because it was technically 2 days ago, so Lynx would not be aware of who hired Arasaka as much as the three of you would be.
Yeah. So Lynx
Yeah,
is like, maybe the person who started that shootout at Doc's place?
From what we know, they had Biotechnica stink all over them. I don't really know all the specifics, but there's certainly one suspect. Prime B, if we're gonna move on to suspect besides them, is the obvious one. The fat sack of lard that's sitting in the mayor's chair right now obviously wants me dead, so can't rule out him.
I think
exactly.
Manny's still not quite getting the idea of don't give away too information. Like he sort of turns around as typing now. He's like, I don't know about that, and he like is bringing up all sorts of phone records and stuff. As far as I can tell, he has really no idea about Dion's whole deal. Otherwise, he probably would have said something to someone, or at least hired him as part to follow him as part of this. And he looks around. I would assume that whoever contacted you the other day would have assumed that you were going to go get information from Dion's thing. That's
Fox
who I would
leans
expect.
over a little bit, facing the group now, but his arm like goes over to like not like his shoulder, but like the upper part of Manny's chair. Just stay on that screen. We'll come back to that. So Stinky's out.
Yeah, sure.
So
Sure, it moves
out,
over.
Meaning we're probably talking about either Biotechnica or some other fuckwit who thinks they can deal with us.
Mhm.
Biotechnica is the most reasonable one, given what we were just digging through.
Sorry, Doc, what'd you say?
I can think of another candidate.
Hit it.
Those robots that chased us out of the building. I've seen that design before, recently. The last time I was at Rockland. If we're talking about people who may have a stake in what's going on inside that building, they may be on the list.
Fuck. Yeah, I forgot about them. Good point. All right. Either way, that's not getting sorted here. And if that drone's been following us, then it definitely saw us come out of that place, and it's probably already headed back to wherever it was. Meaning we're not dealing with it. We're not dealing with it from here. Our best bet is to lay low for a little bit. Yeah. This is kind of where he kind of turns back to Manny and says, "You think everything you do like a matter of heat. The more you do shit that people notice, that heat goes up for a while. You get caught doing something, your heat gets way too high. And what do you do when something gets too hot?
Turn off all my computers and don't hack for like 3 months. I do like hack major corporations. I understand how that works.
Okay, fine. So the kid's at least semi-competent. Fantastic. Anyway. So the point being, it's either Rockland or Biotechnica right now as far as we know. If any other information becomes relevant to that, we can deal with that. Let's focus on our other big task we have right now. This factory you've been talking about, it can make your spider drones, right? Or your
I use it to make any of my tech. All of the chair, the desk bits, the as he like gestures, there is like the bigger drone. Betsy here, all of them. It can kind of make whatever I need it to.
So yeah, he says. So Fox is kind of still focused on that. Says, "All right, so I'm assuming you just need some more of those things, huh?"
Yeah. I mean, what I would like was for the factory to no longer be dead in the water.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the plan, obviously. But I'm assuming you want this thing online to get more of your stuff. All right, you know where it is,
or whatever else I need. Oh yeah, the factory. It's I guess it would have been Colorado, like 10 years ago.
Like a half a state or two over.
Yeah. I can't have it in the city. People would figure it out and rate it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. God, I hate.
There's also not. Yeah, honestly, the only way I found it was I had bigger drones and was just searching for abandoned factories, and that was one of them.
All right, you know what? Getting out of town might be the best way for us to lay low for a little bit. Unfortunately. So, here's what I'm thinking. Fox is not snacking, by the way. I'm just very hungry.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking. We get out of here and head back home for a bit. Lay low for, I don't know, a day or two. Play it simple. Don't do anything too high profile or talk to anybody too important. After that, we stack up at Neon Lights, gear up all we can over those next 2 days, and then we head out from town. Get to this factory, see what the hell made it offline. Lynx is definitely a good enough hacker / engineer, and if we need to, we can bring Enzo with us or call him up for support. Between the two of you, there's no way we can't get this thing back running, whatever, or shoot out whatever's fucking with it. But once we get it back online, you say you can make anything with this thing, right?
In reason. I mean, something the size of a car might be difficult. I might have to rearrange some stuff, but
How about something the size
anything
of a
smaller
person?
than that, sure.
Maybe a little bit bigger.
Oh yeah, you look at his chair. His chair is sizable. It's like I got this made.
Oh, I didn't mean like a chair. I meant a person.
No, I'm saying the chair's like a size of a person.
yeah.
Like
Oh, no.
if this thing stands on its legs, it's
Oh, yeah,
taller
no.
than you.
That
So
was
it's like-
Fox's response to him as he's like pointing at chair, just like, oh no, I don't mean the chair. Nice work by the way. I mean like,
well, yeah, like I'm saying I can't make something the size of a person. This is
so say
this
I don't
is more
know,
complicated than any robot.
if necessary, could you make humanoid robots capable of wielding weapons and/or fighting in a war?
You say war, and he's like, you realize you're in politics, not like warfare? I mean, sure, if you want a security force,
Kid?
that's doable.
Your first mistake is assuming that they are very different things. War is just politics. And for those who are acquaintances of his, this is like the smartest Fox has ever sounded. Like you're just like
Yeah.
this rare moment of sage wisdom from the Fox here. Anyway,
Are you
Not
feeling
important.
okay?
do you make the robots or not?
Yeah, sure. If you got designs for them, I can make them.
Okay. How many could you make? A couple? 100? 1,000?
If nothing is broken, I could probably make 3 a day.
Not too bad.
It's also
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
be shipped. I also got to have materials for it. The reason I do these little small drones is like it's extremely easy to get just some of my nomad friends to drop off some very limited material and
All right.
get those done.
You let me worry about that, kid. Tell you what. Not only will we find your facility and get it online, I'm gonna pimp it out for you. See if I can get it up to standard, up its facility capacity, make it work a little bit better for you. And yeah, other than
Yeah,
that,
that's good.
we'll take your job. I'm not even gonna make you offer me a price right now. We'll talk about that later.
Like I assume the price was getting to use my facility. That
Yes.
I
Yes,
run.
it is. You're getting smarter every day.
Yeah.
Anywho, you idiots. Sound like a good plan or what?
Well, Lynx is like, well, first question, since it seems like somebody with an interest in Dion is actually at this point, Lynx is like thinking about like the lesson that he just that Fox just gave Manny on not showing the whole hand. It's like, actually, you know what? We
Yeah.
can talk about that later.
Smart.
Sounds like a plan. We can discuss details later. But first, Manny, and it's like, if you guys have nothing else to say, Lynx is just gonna go straight back to technobabble with Lynx.
Before you go back to techno jargon nonsense, I have one thing to check on with our small friend for a second.
Yeah.
And like, Fox comes over to Lynx, just gingerly moves her to the other side so he can get full access. He will just like, as Manny's facing his computer or screens or whatever, Fox will just kind of like full on like behind chair lean behind him, and just go. You have ThinkMinder's communication logs, huh?
Yeah, it's not that hard to get, honestly. You just have to be able to access his private node on the top of his building, which that's what the flies are for. He doesn't have that great digital security, honestly.
Okay, I understood some of those words. That's fantastic. The more important thing is, can you get me more on him? Say, I don't know, where his family stays?
Manny actually does like a big white smile. It's like, I don't know. What does that work to you?
I think I like you, kid. Well, the obvious thing would be, I guess I could just offer you money.
So you're-
Is this
So
kinda-
you're like deliberating this?
oh yeah, no, Fox
Sorry,
is-
like as you're deliberating this out loud, a little alert ping like sound happens, and Manny puts the visor back down, pulls it up, does a thing. And he's like, "So, I think that they know where you are." And as it like the alert shows a screen, and there's that same drone, and there's like 5 or 6 dudes walking this way.
Great. Well, I did want to shoot somebody today. All right, kids.
It's like, yeah, I am not good at that, so
you
I'll
don't worry
definitely
about it.
hand you the stuff if you can, like, shoot them without them being able to tell anybody where I live. For all we know, this is my enemies, honestly.
Fox looks down at the screen and just says two things. The first thing, we're just talking about something. So, I would like you, and he kind of taps in cat for a bit here, transfer to my agent any information you have on Jonathan Stickmeyer as fine as personal logs, phone logs, where he frequents, his family, and where they frequent. Please and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, as for those friends outside, and Fox offers just like this very, very creepy smirk. None of them are leaving here outside of a body bag.
Perfect. He seems like weirdly not at all troubled by the idea of you just shooting a bunch of people. He's like, honestly, the thing that used to be a bakery, that building, that's kind of where I pile anything that dies around here. So you can just...
Good. Make some room, kid. All right, go. And like, almost like jovially, just, all right, friends, suit up. It's showtime. Racks his pistol.
Link's just like flexes her her hand a little bit, and you can see like her wolvers just kind of like shink out.
So wait, are you not gonna use the sword?
It's like I kind of want to. It's like I want to test things first.
Okay,
I know how to use a fucking
sword. Hear me out. Both.
Nah.
There are 6 of them, and there are 4 of us. Meaning at least
5.
one of us
is with you. She's just been quiet.
Meaning at least... Oh, that's true. There's 5 of us. Meaning at least one of us has to kill 2 people.
Fine. Link's like unlimbers the sword, actually she thinks about it, like just like kind of like instead of like pulling like the whole thing out, she just kind of like checks the unsheathing capability, just like, you know, pulls it out an inch and just like, okay, is this like, you know, is the draw smooth? Just a little bit. Like,
fantastic.
Right.
You two, you ready?
As will ever be.
And
Mariah just thumbs up. It's like,
yeah. Fox
always.
looks over at Dion, just like kind of like nods a little bit at him. Kind of like trying to check in on him, make sure he's cool.
Does Dion respond in any way?
Dion?
Dion kind of has a blank look in his eye. It's like pretty much you give him a task and he'll do it at this point.
All right. Like Fox will kind of just like with the hand holding his pistol, but like not with the barrel of it, like with the side of it. Kind of like tap his chest a little bit, just like, I got your back, all right, bro.
Thanks.
Tap him on the head, scruff his hair a little bit, and just, all right, let's do it.
Normally Dion would kind of fight if his hair was like ruffled, but this time he kind of just doesn't move much.
Oh, my poor boy. My poor boy. All right, where are we?
I'm gonna copy you in a second.
Oh, I just want to know where to put the map at.
You're at the lower, like, south side.
Sorry.
Of the map.
Right.
I think as soon as you're like out of the building, Mariah looks around, and they're still like not on map yet, so you have a second to prepare. And she's
Oh, there we are.
sort of looking up and around, and she sort of looks to the sky, and it's like, so, if we don't want this drone to get away, I think I can get the drop on it. Seems to be flying low enough. And you see it's still flying like 5 feet above the roof line of most of these small buildings. She seems pretty confident.
Someone gonna shoot that thing?
How big is it?
It's like the size, a small dog, like around. You assume it doesn't carry a lot of ammo on it, like it wouldn't have the capacity, but it still looks like it's pretty fast, and it does seem to be kind of high in the air. So, Doc, you'd have the best chance of hitting it because you have a rifle, which has the best range.
Yeah. It's an assault rifle, though, so it's not amazing. But
Fucking spray and pray.
let's see.
It's,
Oh my god,
it's too
Doc's
far
auto
for
fire
like the grapple
skills
gun.
not great.
Look,
30
now you're
meters.
playing Twitch. See? It's
Yeah.
going full circle. Y'all weren't here for that because it was before stream. That was a callback joke, though. If you were wondering.
Mm. Dang, 20? Okay.
This is just for the range table.
Now, see, you should have kept the 25. God damn it!
So yeah, it would be somewhere between like 20 and 30 feet in the air.
Okay, so a 20 beats that. As long as it is closer than 200 feet away, I hit it.
Yeah, although you weren't firing at it at this point because it's still. Are you? Did you want to just open fire now? You can kind of see it. Maybe you'd have to get to where Mariah is, and she's like sort of peeking up around a building, and it's the only thing visible at this point. You could, if you wanted to fire it right now.
Shoot it! You already rolled to hit it. You might as well fucking shoot
Alright.
it.
All right, I'll get into position.
Fucking piece of shit, bro. Kill it.
Do I just climb on one of these, or what? Like,
Yeah.
where should I be
Let me
going?
position her. She was kind of on top of this very large car
Okay.
to see it. So you'd kind of have to post up on top of that, and then you could drop down.
All right. So I can
feel
go
like we should
here.
all be over
Shoot the
there.
drone. Where is the drone? Or like, is there a marker for
It's
the
off
drone?
map. It's off map right now because it is kind of a ways away. But it is
Okay.
within that like 200 feet thing. It is only just off the map.
So I hit it.
Yeah. Just roll me damage real quick, and then give me a moment so that I can actually copy all this stuff into map.
18.
Not
Wow.
bad.
Dang. I guess meanwhile, Lynx is gonna try
I
to
just love
stealth
that my
her way
handgun
over.
and your rifle roll the same damage dice. That makes me very happy. You should get
Lynx
a
wants
bigger
to try
caliber
stealth.
rifle.
All right. Sorry, I have to copy this in.
You got it, boss.
Well, while he's doing that, we did have a request in the chat, or a
Hey.
point redemption. Because Tim wants me to tell a joke.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Yeah.
tell a joke.
Foxy knows what's coming. So my joke is, why did the old man fall down the well?
Wait, no. Hold on. It was specifically asked that Doc tell a joke.
No.
So I want to hear a joke
So,
in character.
voice.
Why did the old man fall down the well?
Why are you bringing this up right now? Never mind. Why?
Mysterious forces compelling. Because he couldn't see that well.
You're lucky you're pretty good with that rifle. I'd shoot you in the head right now.
You can blame Tim for that.
Who the hell's Tim?
So yeah. Yeah.
I'm in character, you know?
So yeah.
I'm
So,
sorry, I found out
you-
over me that the universe seemed to compel me to say that.
Yeah. Some man called Tim somewhere asked for a joke, and I felt compelled to say something about it. So you take a shot at this drone, and you hit it. It definitely looks like it's taken damage, and then it immediately starts flying away. So it's not going to appear on the map, but what you do hear are some shouts, and then these... come on, let me actually just select the number I want. These people that you assume were unaware before now seem to suddenly be very much aware of your position as 6 different people all sort of come up in line. They're coming up close to these buildings as there are at least ways for them to get some amount of cover behind like various TVs and signs and such, although all of them are going to be pretty weak cover as they do so. So what I'm gonna have y'all do
I know.
is
Say
I'm gonna
say the words, Tate. Say the words.
you're gonna have to roll me some initiative.
Hell yes! It's my favorite set of words.
Time to stab him up.
Wait, why did it? Oh, it's because I didn't put my token. That's why.
Ooh.
Is that?
Did you
is
guys
that
all
what I
have turns for yourself?
Huh?
Huh?
No, sorry. What did you guys say?
I don't know.
mean,
I rolled
said time
17.
to stab a motherfucker, but
I rolled a 17 too.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a 7.
I got a 13.
Oh, were you adding turns for us while that was happening?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have
And
to because we can just click on our tokens and roll it, and it'll put it in for ourselves.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
that's
I
nice to
didn't click on my token, so it did work for me. So that did actually end up helping out. But there are 2 links in right now currently.
Wait,
He
I
gets 2
can't.
turns.
Can you use luck to reroll initiative?
Yeah.
Should I?
So why not?
Then I guess I will.
Okay,
And then it's going to be 1 higher.
so
That's
it's a 10.
better.
Not bad.
Kind of bad. So it
Hell
should be 10 instead of 9.
Hey, can we
Yeah.
have stacked up over here before those guys got here?
I'm gonna say that you can move at best as far as Doc is,
Okay.
but you
cool.
can't get to any of the other buildings. So
Oh, no, I just wanted to be like around this car for cover, you know?
yeah.
Gonna be behind it, so hopefully not.
I think
quite.
as Doc, you like set off the shot. Maria's like, fine.
I'm sure we can talk this out.
Welcome to how we do things, love.
First,
Like, well,
aim
Let's
later,
say
ask
with the
questions
games
later.
done.
We're just here to stab people. Sorry.
All right. Can I request one thing before the actual thing starts? Only because it requires another player, and I'm higher initiative than they are. Yes. No?
what do you propose?
So as we're kind of setting up and like we see people coming in, you know, having a quick banter between Mariah and the rest, Falcon just like, look over at Lynx and just say, "Hey Ma, you can patch me into their comms?"
If we have time,
Well,
can
we
try.
have time right now. No one's shooting yet.
except
Yeah,
for
this is
Doc.
gonna be as they start posting up, so y'all have time to do that if you want to roll me a scan
Okay.
to see what you can get to.
Big
14.
9. We fuck with those.
Damn.
Good.
I think Lynx is
All
gonna
right, all
roll.
right. So I think the first thing you notice as they're sort of coming around the corner here, they do not have comms. You can hear them whispering to each other as they get closer.
Do any of them have agents? Phones? Something like that? Just tap me into a phone or something.
They seem like they probably have basic phones. You don't really pick anything up like that.
Cool.
But
Just tap me
you would
into a phone.
assume.
I don't care about hearing them. I want to talk to them. So like,
You're gonna pull something funny, aren't you? All right.
just
Fine.
call the phone and put it on speaker.
Lynx pulls out the burner phone for the hackers, and just like and plugs in her cyber deck and for scrambling and does a call.
Okay.
So yeah, let me.
So I want you to roll me some kind of hacking skill to just like, you're basically trying to call a number for someone you see. So like, how does one know what phone number that is my question.
What did I get? I can't see. 'Cause
9.
I'm looking at character sheet. A 9. Cries.
Mostly I just
Oh wait,
like,
but
how
Lynx has a
do
scrambler
you-
and
Yeah.
a radio earpiece comm. So,
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can assume even like the basic flip phone type things here would have some kind of radio ability. Yeah, so if you want to just try and radio them something, you can do that.
Yeah. So Lynx is gonna hook up her radio comm to like quickly to like a scrambler. So like and then and I guess try to dial in with the radio. Just like mess around with frequencies until she hits one that seems to ping in front of her. Do I roll something for that?
No, that just works since it's like a radio thing.
Mhm.
I think you are basically just going on a pretty standard set of radio frequencies, and a pretty garbled signal seems to come from around the corner, and you hear one of them curse a bit like, "Fuck, turn your phone off. We're hired to kill someone."
Fucking Timmy, turn your phone off, you idiot! You fucking weirdo!
Guess
Not
we're
our
not
Tim, by the
talking
way. I
way out
love
of
you.
this one.
Our Tim's great.
Our Tim is good.
Yes.
So yeah,
But yeah, you
if-
can
if-
hand that to Fox
Only
and
our
he can say
Tim.
something.
Lynx
once,
is just
if-
gonna like
if
pluck
Tim
out the earpiece
answers-
and shove it in,
yeah,
and just like
yeah. if Tim answers the moment I hear like an answer, Fox will just cut in, just gentlemen, ladies, those in between and beyond. We don't judge. How we feeling this afternoon, huh?
They don't have like the radio on their phone, and they are like in position where I have them on the map now. So they're like, you could just yell at us.
I know, but I love the dramatics. Any case, I wanted to welcome you all. You just walked into the last firefight of your shitty fucking lives. So I wanted to know if you had any messages for your families you wanted me to pass on. You know, something to say to your kids or anything. You know, your wives before I fuck them over sideways.
Yeah, you want to roll me some kind of, I don't know, persuasion, intimidation?
Absolutely.
What skills there are here?
I will happily roll. What you want me to roll? I'll take persuasion. Yeah, I'll take persuasion. Oh, it's a crit! Get at me! Get at me! Get at me, boy!
So, I think that you hear very gently when I was like, shit, is that Fox guy that's running for mayor?
You're absolutely right, it is. How we feeling today, babes?
And then another one, it's like, didn't they blow up a building? And then they're like, hey, yo, look, we just got hired by whatever dude brought that drone thing into our hideout to, like, shoot at some people? We're not here for that kind of heat. Now, hold on.
So there's a benefit to capturing them alive, then, if they know who sent the drone.
And then you can like kind of hear like Link's side of the phone, just like, damn it, I wanted to stab someone today.
Relax. I got this covered, all right? Yes, well, you see, it seems like you guys fucked up on, like, rule number 3 negotiation. I wish Manny was here. I could teach him a bit right now. You'd always ask for more info before you go walking into a firefight, because you guys are definitely about to get all yourselves killed, like, right now. Just so you're aware, all you are going to die, like, immediately. Unless, of course, we don't have a reason to shoot you in the face.
Okay. Now
Tell you what, and he cuts him off as they're thinking. Pick the best looking among you, and we'll parlay in the middle, huh?
Fox, is this really the time?
Shut up and keep your guns up, dumbass. I got this.
Yeah, I think that there are like a few of them that are intimidated. I think you can tell like most of the ones on this side are the ones that have been talking. Like that's where the sound has come from. But dude's over here, and actually I need to. Nope, I'm on the wrong layer again. Yeah, so the ones that are like on the left side here are the ones that have mostly been talking, but the ones over here haven't really said anything.
Oh, I also am curious. It's just I'm asking for a specifically mechanical reason.
Yeah.
Fox did say like in response to Doc's like chide, shut up and keep your gun up. Does Doc have his gun up currently? Like
I just got it out. So.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can all have your guns out already.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, just like that's we're gonna keep it there. So yeah, if one of them comes out, let me know.
Doc put his gun away after they showed up.
Oh, there's bad guys here? Cool, no problem. I got it.
This will work fine. But to be clear, like the three over here are the ones that have been like scared and intimidated, and then they're like, "Is that really smart? I don't know." And then one of the guys from on the other side is like, "Yeah, you know what, pretty boy Johnny over there, you can go and talk to him. That should be fun." And he like chuckles. At least one of them is not intimidated even by your crit. Or at least not so intimidated he's not about to literally sacrifice a friend, because I think they kind of don't expect them to come back. You hear some more arguing of like, I'm not doing that. You're going to do that or I'll shoot you here. But he's going to shoot me.
Fox's voice
you
turns
don't know
cold.
that. Maybe he'll be great.
Fox's voice turns cold and says, you, the one giving the orders. I want you.
I think his order is like, nah, you asked for the prettiest. Fuck off.
I'm gonna tell you to walk out of here, or you and all your friends are gonna die, and you get the privilege of watching them. Do not test my patience today. And he is no longer sounding funny at all.
Yeah, why would we send someone forward if you want us to leave? Be consistent, man.
The person who is calling the orders is going to walk out of his cover and meet me in the middle, or I'm going to get very, very short with my patience.
Yeah, he's very much like, you go first.
Fair enough. And Fox will just come on out of his hiding spot and just walk right here. Not coming any further.
Yeah, so I want to do two things. I would
Mhm.
like you specifically, Fox, to roll a luck roll, and remember it's the maximum points you have now,
I
not
have
maximum
5
points
left
you have at the
exactly.
beginning of the
So
session.
I'm gonna roll that
Yeah,
right
so it'd be
now.
+5.
D10 plus 5. That's a 9 in total.
9. All right. Yeah. So I think that you could roll me perception really quick as well, just to sort of notice things about
You
them.
got it. And I unfortunately just closed my character sheet, so I'm gonna reopen it
Yeah.
if you'll give me a moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem solved. All right. Perception, you said?
Yeah.
I'm bad at that. But I rolled an 11.
You don't know what guns they have on them because they're like hiding behind various bits of cover. But from your angle, you could be pretty sure they don't have like a rifle or something. So your choice to stand there was very good,
Good.
because they're gonna have to get closer to actually have a good shot at you.
All right. Fox is gonna stand right here, very impatient look on
Yeah.
his face, and just like wait. Kind of let's look like I'm waiting.
Now I'm going to roll a thing, and if I roll higher than a 10, I'm gonna have you tell me, the DM, what your plan is. But if I don't, then
Okay.
don't. Yeah. So like, is your plan to shoot them if he gets out there?
Is my plan to shoot the person I call out?
Yeah.
Not immediately.
So you're actually going to talk to them at least.
I will talk to him. I will
What
have a
is your
conversation with him.
timeline?
Yeah. Okay. So then I think that it's because of that, and that was their human perception on you. Dude up here, he eventually is like, you know what, fine, and he starts walking up you. I think he stops at about this point.
Fox ends the call that he has going with them and has just like
Yeah.
quickly lets Cat know to call, like, you know, get the group call going so his friends can all like be in touch with him if he needs
Yeah.
to. He'll step
And
forward
you
just a
definitely
little
can
bit.
hear everyone from here.
Just
This
a
is
little-
like a pretty big open area for the center of the city, but it also is...
But trust me, I need him to call him specifically so in case he doesn't feel like yelling. He needs to whisper. So he pulls up. He says,
Hmm.
"You the shot caller?
Sorry, what?
Are you the shot caller?"
The shot caller, sorry. It's like, yeah, I generally am the only one smart enough here to make choices.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Anyway, so fuck are you weirdos?
Hey, we're just guns for hire, man. Someone wants you real dead.
I
As
didn't
far as I
ask for
figure.
generics. I asked for specifics. Who the fuck are you?
It's me and my friends, just a booster gang.
Okay,
We're Ravagers.
this way. Fair enough. Ravagers, fucking jigsaws, dipshit McGee's, whatever you idiots call yourselves. I literally do not care that much. So a drone flew in your spot, told you to follow it and shoot whoever came out, huh?
I already paid us half.
Ah, I get it. That's why you didn't ask any questions, because they paid you half. Yeah, I get that. Makes sense. You got a name, kid?
They also gave us scavenging rights, which is pretty good.
Oh, scavenging rights are a pretty important bargain. I can recognize that. You got a name, kid?
I mean, Tim has just suggested his name should be Dipshit McGeese, but like,
Is that a point reward?
yeah. Tim, you don't want him to be Dipshit McGeese because Dipshit McGeese is probably gonna die.
He just
So
said
you don't
no.
want Tim.
Not my name. Anyway, you got a name, kid?
Yeah. That's all he says. Yeah.
Fair enough. What's the name?
See, I've just realized that we're in a lot more serious shit than we were expecting.
I'm glad.
Generally, when we get told to kill someone in the hot zone, it's like some random scavenger that someone was mad at, or someone who pissed off an exec, not dude running for mayor of a zone.
Yeah.
So I'm standing here, and my hands are not on my guns,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm thinking that you guys could probably either pay us more or guarantee that the person who paid us half isn't gonna kill us. And that would be enough for me.
You know, you're right. I absolutely could do both of those things if I wanted to. So you're a smart person. But you know what else you didn't consider? Given that you now know who I am. If I wanted to, I could have every gun in South Night City looking for you and every person you've ever known and loved. I could have people you've never seen before, in places you've never seen before, harassing you in broad daylight, putting shots in your direction for every day of your miserable fucking existence until you collapse from stress and a desire to not be accosted for every single day of your sad fucking life. I can do that too. So you made the right call to come out here and talk to me, friend. I really appreciate that. So, I just want to make things really, really, really clear, given that you recognize who I am and what I do and the cloud of, influence that I hold. I want to make one thing especially clear for you and all your friends. And GM, I am willing to burn all of my remaining luck points for this to just work. So just Fox will, in that moment, cut on the call to his friends and say, Doc, put a hole in this guy's head.
I mean, that's not gonna.
I will literally burn all of my remaining luck points if you're willing to just have that work. If you want Doc to not roll, to just have Doc not roll. I will burn all of my remaining luck points right now. I'll do it.
Oh, for his shot. Yeah. Okay. So then the only thing that I'm gonna require for that is just I don't know what roll should be for whisper, kill him without showing anything in my face. Whatever bluff social check you want to do.
I will do.
Or do you not care?
Hmm?
Or did you not care if he hears you?
No,
well,
I care.
It's important.
I care. So I'm gonna go with fuck. I guess I'll try street. I think streetwise wouldn't work. I'm trying to think what's a good one. I need like a stealthy one. I can do conversation, so it seems like I'm more relaxed.
Yeah, sure. Roll me some conversation.
18.
18 is very good. Yeah, you managed to just in the most conversational way be like, yeah, shoot him, Doc. And he doesn't notice. And if you want to put luck points into his roll, you may put luck points into his roll.
I will literally.
I think that we're gonna have him roll first.
That's okay. That's fine. If you want to roll first, Doc. The only reason why I'm having him not roll is because I want this person just because I know there's a possibility, even though it's not super likely, that even if Doc hits him, he doesn't die, and I need this person to die. So I am willing to burn all of my luck points to say Doc just puts a round in this guy's fucking head.
Yeah, so if he misses this shot on his own, all your luck points, it will work. But I do want him to roll that to see if it happens on his own without luck.
Roll it, Doc. Distance check?
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
At that distance?
Okay, so I'm under 100, so that is 15 is the check to beat.
I knew I could count on you, Doc!
Okay.
Huh?
Now hold on. I'm trying to check on called shots real quick. Because I do not know where it went.
Oh, I think called shots definitely might lower the DV.
Yeah, is it like by 4 or by 5 or by 6? Shit.
It might be +5 for a called shot. But that means that it only takes 1 luck point from Fox to just say this worked.
Cool. There we go. I'll blow that one. No problem. I got 4 left. So okay, let me get back into character then. So yeah, just Fox just like, so yeah, you made a really bad mistake, friend. And I just want to make one thing explicitly clear.
This is after I shot?
Yeah, it's before the shot. It's right all before, I'm bringing it back moment before the shot. Just like,
okay.
I need to make one thing explicitly clear to you and the friends you brought here. You guys really, really fucked up. Doc, put a hole in this guy's head. And yeah, so like just boom, 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 just like this guy just like gets fucking melted, and then Fox just yells, still looking at the body, "Nobody fucks with me!"
Huck whispers in his ear, "You know, you probably could have convinced him to give us his pay, right?"
Shut the fuck up.
He's like, yeah, this is cool as shit.
No, like Fox does not sound happy right now.
So, if you could roll me 2d6 real quick, Doc.
Whew, 11 sounds good.
11. So, these automatically do +5, and you did 19 damage. This man falls over.
Oh, this is a crit injury.
Yeah, so a called shot means you automatically get an injury, just for sure. And actually, with that much damage, you should technically roll that again for me real quick.
The damage roll or the
3d6.
injury roll?
The 2d6 again.
Okay. Well,
3. Okay, yeah, I think
Oof.
that works really good. So this man falls over and he like struggles for a second as you realize that the shot pinged him in the side of the head.
Mm.
And as he fell, he actually like landed funny on his neck on a piece of rubble, and you hear him struggle to breathe for a second, and then he stops moving because he got a brain injury and a crushed windpipe.
Fantastic.
oof.
So yeah, Fox just again still looking straight at the body, yells that out, and just says, "Now I'm gonna count to about 7.5 because I'm feeling generous today. At 7.5, you and your dipshits should be out of my sight."
All right, so you rolled a 32 to scare them. I'm gonna say you guys have a reputation of 4 for this at this point, which is kind of high.
Sweet.
All of us are just Fox.
Doesn't matter.
As a group, I'm gonna say. Yeah, so what happens is you see the 3 over here that were already scared of you, they start running, but they don't get to move yet. You just
Oh, tell me one
they
of
do
these
not have
days.
guns up.
Tell me one.
But the
of
2 on the
these days.
right, because they rolled a 10, they basically say, "Fuck no, they just killed our friend." I think they do say his name. "Fuck no, they just killed Jerry. What the hell?" And the one at the top is pointing guns at friends and say, "Fuck no, fight." The other one is pulling guns on you, Fox. But we're at the top of the initiative. I'm gonna say Doc just used his action for that shot.
Fair enough.
So
Well, that's Fox's turn
yeah,
now.
Fox, there
Hey, look.
is
Sweet.
2
All
people
right, let's
right
get back
there.
to it then. Let me get.
And I want to be clear that if you're up against this, so like on the squares that are basically right up against it, you can stand in those and you have cover, but it is pretty flimsy like wood or thin steel.
That's fine. So those two here are still making the shooting happen, right? All right. So,
Yeah, the one who's closer is drawing guns on you, Fox, and the one up there is basically going to roll to try and intimidate his friends to fight you still.
All right, solid. So yeah,
He's gonna have
Fox
a hell of
gonna
a
start
time,
cutting
but-
and running. 2. I get move 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. And then I'm gonna just shoot at this guy right here. Try to shoot him really hard in the face.
Okay. I'm gonna say from that angle you can get around his cover.
Perfect.
Since you're that close.
Pretty sure a 21 hits from where I am, but I'll check range. At 50 feet, it actually does not, unfortunately.
Miss.
In that case, I am going to blow a luck point to re-roll, because I still have a couple left. So here comes another roll at a +1. That's not good enough. Unfortunate.
That face.
Sorry.
Oh well.
When they just shot dipshit. That is not his name.
Well, hey. So yeah,
What
Fox kind of comes
could
out
it
and starts putting shots down on this guy. He'll kind of turn back and just be like, "All right, kids, we're fighting now. You can come out."
All right. So next is actually these 3 guys up at the top here. Unfortunate for them, at least for this team, because yeah, these guys are gonna try and fuck off, basically.
Good. Bye-bye.
Oh, Lynx wanted to stab them.
Well, this guy has not gotten as far because he is definitely trying to keep to cover the whole time. Especially when you're like, "All right, people, come out." He's 100% convinced people are like gonna jump out from the roofs or something and start shooting.
Good. He should be scared. I want him to be that scared. That's the plan.
Thought the point was that we wanted
Alrighty.
all of them in body bags, but okay, fine. We'll take care of these stupid meat bags.
Oh, don't worry. They're not getting far. I have a plan.
Oh, we're chasing down the meat
Is your
bags?
turn, Lynx?
Ah. So, Lynx is gonna try and stealth her way up to somewhere around.
Yep. Well, you can move 1 square per movement, so.
Okay, well, 1, 2.
While she's moving, I did want to ask one small question.
Yeah.
You know those wolf yodis you were talking about earlier, Tate?
Yeah.
They like dead meat at all?
Oh yeah, they're definitely scavengers.
Oh, fantastic! We just killed someone.
They're
So what
also
happens?
really good at avoiding people.
Nope, nope, nope.
Oh no! I don't care about them running after us. I care about the fact that we just drew blood, meaning they'll be on the hunt for something. And if a bunch of scared dipshits are running away, these kind of sound like targets to me.
Yeah, I mean, I need to be clear about the real world and also fictional like pattern of these things. They would maybe take one person running, maybe,
That's fine.
because they're really, really good at avoiding people, like insanely good. Like right now, whatever major city you live in, whatever whoever's watching, they definitely live in your city somewhere, and you don't ever see them because they're extremely good at not being noticed.
They're just never
Like
there.
right now.
They're like Tauren rogues. They're always there. You just never
A
see
little.
them.
Well, can Lynx use her action to dash another 7 feet?
Yeah. Or 7 squares. It's technically 14
7
meters.
squares.
But yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Bring
And
your
like
ass.
just like try to get close, right? But like still stealthing to 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you don't have to go around that. Sorry, this is like a low sign. You can kind of just duck under it.
Ew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, so you are undercover for these guys here.
Cool.
They can't blast through it because it's not going to be very sturdy. They're like wooden signs people painted or like neon signs and like TV
You
screens
mean
and
like
such.
neon
Signs in Night City.
He said it. Roll
Night City
credits.
signs.
Show's over.
Okay, so that's Lynx's action done because
Yeah.
Neon because Lynx needs to stab a bitch. Not happening yet.
Stab a hoe.
I also now need to measure distances.
Well, it's like 50 feet from the top one to me.
Oh right, man, this is in feet. You might have actually been even farther out of range because holy crap, these should be in meters. Ah,
Meh.
you could have actually been closer. You might have actually hit them. That would make me feel sad.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Cheers. Blood.
We'll figure it out when we figure it out. It don't matter that much to me. I'm sure someone will
But
kill.
anyways, yeah. I'm just gonna 2, 3, 4.
Low key, I was looking back on watching previous combat episodes. Despite only being in like 2 of the combats we've had in this game, Fox has taken most of the kills. So I am
Yeah.
perfectly fine with someone else getting some kills besides me.
Yeah, so you see Mariah,
God damn,
Lynx,
girl!
you are like hiding behind cover, and she just like books because she has a movement speed of 8. Just and she runs as much as she can, just like parkours over a sign and like around you. Doesn't seem bothered at all, and is not again wielding anything because she just doesn't seem to have. She has like a handgun on her back, like in sort of a back holster, and that's it. And she doesn't really ever seem to touch it. And she's just running.
Yeah, you have got to teach me how to
But-
do some of that shit.
Yeah, and next is Dion.
Get him, D!
Let's see. Eon. So for these right here, the it's
What,
not
right,
pinging.
where?
The railings around the stuff, around
This here?
the,
This is like
yeah.
a chain link fence.
Oh, okay. Got it. Can I get through these gaps, or is that?
Like gaps here?
Yeah.
Well, I bet there is a athletic skill of some kind that I would let you justify doing that. Yeah.
You know
You can
what?
roll some athletics when you get to it, sure.
Dion is just gonna run here, and then dash to run here, right? Here.
All right, just out in the open. Let's go. Okay.
Hey, I'm in the open. My man Dion right with me. You feel me? We need in the trenches for real. In the streets, you don't always have cover. You feel me?
Yeah, so 2 things happen on the bad guy's turn. The first thing is guy up here pointing guns at friends is going to roll to try and persuade them not to run away. He's going to have a hard time of it, though, because
Good.
you rolled real high. So I think he manages to get them to stop with an 8. And he's like, fuck no, don't do that. but now he basically, if he stops pointing a gun at them, they will keep running. So he's effectively not going to be able to do anything. And to be clear, the two you don't see on the map anymore are just off the map. Like, they did not get far.
That's funny.
Before he's like, fuck no, you don't get to just betray us like that. And is ready to shoot them. But that means, yeah. There's mostly just them swearing at each other of like, I'm not gonna fight the dude who might be mayor.
I think those guys are smart, personally. I think they know what
Yeah,
they're doing.
they blew up a building. I don't want that heat.
I don't want to get blown up.
We
They
did
can
blow
blow
up
up
buildings.
buildings. Of course they can blow up people. You want to get blown up?
One day we'll wake up, but we won't because the building will be blown up.
Exactly. You want to get your building blown up? I like my building where it is.
In one piece. It
Not
works that
blown
way.
up.
Anyways.
Okay.
The one who is already been fired at by you does come out around cover. Actually, Fox, real quick, if you could roll me damage anyways, because you did shoot at cover, I want to see something.
You have got it, friend. 19.
19. Dang.
Yeah, so you did blow this guy's cover away, but you didn't hit him.
That's fine. That was totally the plan. It was tactical gunfire.
If he's going to try and hit you with a similar range, he is definitely not going to make that,
Get
though. Because you are
fucked!
not... he is going to roll that shit again, though, because he has a much smaller pistol.
Get
Still doesn't work.
fucked!
You get the sense that, like, this guy is not that good.
You
at this.
Fox just like, you suck, dude. I've been wide open. Come on.
And so he moves like 5 or 10 feet. Actually, I'm going to have him roll one more thing real quick.
Don't be a bitch. Come on. What's up? You talking that big shit.
I mean, he is supposedly the smart one.
He did not notice Mariah moving forward.
Oh, that's horrifying. He's
So
fucked.
he like tries to get into cover here, and he's just like literally on the other side of a piece of metal from her.
Oh, he's fucked. Good luck, dumbass.
All right,
Doc,
so
you're up.
Doc.
Yes.
I'd like to be clear that basically add 10 feet to this guy's distance for one of them off screen and 20 feet for the other. So with, the kind of ranges an assault rifle has, you definitely can hit all 3 of them if you just like climb back up on this vehicle.
Let's do that then. All right.
Which you can also do from back in the back. You don't have to get on the front of it if you don't want. You put yourself where you want to, but you can be like back here. This is basically like a big like semi. Like it's meant to have stuff strapped to the back of it. This is a real big vehicle, but it's pretty easy to climb. It's got ladders and stuff made for that because that's how big vehicles are.
All right. Doc takes aim at the farthest one, since he figures they can probably get the two nearer ones, and takes a shot.
Yeah,
that will be 84.
I hate to break the moment temporarily. I just want everyone to know, for those who have access to the recording platform server, Lucian is currently watching last week's Seven Sons episode and offering commentary in the chat, and it's fucking great. It's great.
All right, that hits.
Damn.
D4. That's 2 6s. That's a crit. Is that a crit?
Crit damage.
Yep, that means that he takes an injury. Roll me 2d6s.
Right up.
Since it's not aimed, it's just going to be a body one, but a
Right.
5. So yeah, you shoot at this guy. He does have an armor of 8. Also, aimed damage lets you ignore armor unless they have a helmet on. But so he does reduce that by 8 damage, but he takes 5 more, and he also has broken ribs. So basically, if he moves more than 4 meters in a turn, he's going to resuffer the bonus 5 damage.
That's a bad condition to have when you're running for
Yeah,
your
he's not getting
life.
far.
So, and he technically has 21 damage done to him, and you think that this man can't afford to move those 4 meters. You see him take this shot, like, maybe even like in a doctorly way. You're like, this is how I get this man to stop moving, and he's technically not gonna die. And it like doesn't get his lung, it just like pings off his ribs, but like your rifle is very strong. So he just has like his jacket is just shredded in that spot and like skin open. It doesn't look great. And he's just now clutching with like whatever remains of his shirt and just sitting there as he's effectively can't move.
Nice. Well done. Proud of you.
And Doc, you're like, that was a good shot. I think I can patch him up pretty easy from this point. Yeah, that's good.
Very clean.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I just have to go back into the layer and make sure I mark that man as injured. Or basically, he's out of the fight. But
Sweet. All right. Does that make
anyways,
me?
Yep.
All right. So Fox is gonna just again 4, 5, 6, 7, completely ignoring this fuck over here. I'm going for his
Oh, he
friend.
did his shit already.
Yeah, like literally just Fox kind of like he looks over at that guy, looks across the other side of the panel, it's just like, you're fucked, dude. It just keeps moving to the other guy. I'm clicking just see how far away from this guy I am. About 12 meters, which I think is pretty good range for my, yeah, it's pretty good range for my pistol. I am going to try to shoot this guy with my pistol in his stupid face. What's that roll? 22 is definitely a hit.
Yeah, especially at 12. You got it, my man.
Hell yeah. Let's do
So,
some.
yeah,
Damn.
roll me that damage. Damage.
15.
15.
Could have rolled better. Not that bad.
15. Yeah, with an armor of 8, he's actually taken maths damage. 7 damage.
7, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now he has armor 7.
But yeah, no, he is a little weaker now as he takes that shot, and it's definitely a big bullet, and it definitely makes it through, and he gets pushed backwards.
And Fox kind of just looks and says, "That doesn't look good, friend. We'll patch you up if you give up now."
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna have to make a choice now that it's his turn. I think just for flavor, it's as you move past the first guy, he's like concerned, and then he looks around the corner to Mariah, who's already ready to do her shit. So now both of them have to make a choice as to what do they do about these two targets. What do I'm just Evans is Foxy. Yeah, I think guy up there, the top that you just shot at, Fox, he really considers pointing gun at you and instead keeps it at his friends, and he's going to roll again to try and get them to do something.
Good luck.
He basically is like, they are going to kill you anyways. And after the shot Doc just took, they don't know that their friend's not dead. They basically assume he is, considering. And so, yeah, on their next turn, at least the guy who's on the field is gonna actually get into the fight, but the other one is probably gonna still try and run away.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to keep this one alive. Fun.
Dude down there, we just roll another 1d10. Evens is Foxy. Wow, all right. He is going to attempt to shoot Mariah at super close distance.
My cousin, you won't. Especially because she goes first in initiative. Big fail.
Although, wow, Mariah only barely dodged it. So, although I didn't roll the extra d10 to subtract, so dude tried to come around the corner with his handgun and tries to point it right in her face, and she just like very gently, just like one finger, just nah, and just asked her. It's like, I don't need to fuck with that.
Not
like 2 fingers on his
today,
hand.
I'm cool.
And that's gonna be a problem for him in a second.
Yeah, because
Funny enough, once you have a high enough reflex, you can roll reflex to dodge instead of letting their roll dictate it. It's the coolest shit.
God, she's so badass.
Well, Lynx is just absolutely done with it, and is like, okay,
Stab him.
Time to
him.
stab.
Stab
So she's
him.
gonna
Stab him.
walk
With the claws.
right up to
with the
him.
claws.
and try to stab him in the face.
Yeah. Roll me that melee damage. Yeah, math damage. Yes, Tim. Math damage.
Damage.
Yeah, that's a
damage.
21. Does that hit?
Well, they have to roll to avoid.
Ha! Get fucked.
It does.
Okay.
So he basically tries to shoot Mariah, and then you just come up with whatever slash you want, and he's gonna try and dodge out of the way, and he's just like,
wait. Question.
Lord, what?
Lynx, are your weapons both ROF too?
Yes.
You can hit both of them then.
I can hit with both of them, and they're both 3d6 damage. So she's gonna. So that's 8 damage, and she's gonna just swing again.
So technically it's 4. When you use melee, you only count half of the armor.
Okay.
But
so
that does mean it still hits him, so now the armor is lower. And oh yeah, he's gotta roll that shit again.
Gotta roll that shit. I agree.
He even
You
tries
do
to
have
dodge.
roll that
The
shit.
first one, he is very surprised as you like just upper arc onto his chest, and it cuts through his armor. The second one, he is trying much better, but he does try and like duck down and away, and your sword's already up, and you're like, that's not how that works, and just right down on his shoulder. So roll me that damage.
9.
9, which is a 6 because his armor's been ablated and now twice. So
Love that.
so between 4 and 6 at 10, that is not quite
He
half
about to
his
get
health, so he
jumped.
did not take an injury yet.
Christ.
It's Mariah's turn next. He about to get jumped.
He's
Fight back.
yeah.
Fight back.
He's like pointed. He's pointed. Yeah, he's about to get munched.
Just a little bit.
Oh shit.
I didn't roll numbers for you last time.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, there's no way. So honestly, he would have had to crit, and I've just stopped saying that when that's about the case because then it will happen for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you see Mariah just come in, and first she goes with a hand that's obviously like a knuckle duster thing, or like the big knucks, just bam, right into his solar plex, just right into the abs of this man, and lifts him in the air. And
Damn.
even with the armor, you see this guy definitely has taken some kind of injury.
Damn.
He could make this. Oh wow! So he gets lifted, and then on the second blow, it actually misses him as he, even as he lands on the ground, manages to like duck under the kick that was about to just level hit this man's head off.
Tragic.
But this guy does take an injury, which I'm going to roll because that might just be the end of him, anyways. So yeah, this like lifting punch actually knocked him into a sign, and you can see that one of his arms just gets broken, like it's flopping in a not natural angle. And I'm going to roll a thing.
Uh-huh.
If it's even, it's his gun hand. No, it's his other hand.
Oh well.
But
One hand.
He's got a broken arm now, though. That's gotta be very damn painful.
oh yeah, he's not happy. I think technically he's like within an inch of his life. And Mariah kind of looks at you, Lynx, and like kind of gives you a eyebrow of like, you got this?
Lynx is just gonna be like, just nods and just like wipes, like just like swishes like her sword and like flicks off the blood.
Yeah, you're fucked, buddy. You super.
But yeah, I
dead,
think
kid.
she actually just runs up right in front of this guy and is ready to dodge whatever he throws at her, because now it's like he kind of has to shoot through her to get to you, Fox.
For now, at least.
But yeah, Dion, what's good?
Yeah, Dion. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stands right here. aims his SMG at the guy at the top left and doesn't say a word and is attempting to persuade or intimidate him to get out of Dodge.
I thought it was already in the
Okay.
process of doing that.
No, that was the guy who was about to turn around. His buddy
Ah.
convinced him to.
Hey, we
But
also
I would
might
like to know
not
how
mind having
Dion
one
is
of them
doing that
alive,
with
by
the
the
look.
way. So or just shoot him. That's one option.
I mean, there is a guy who just can't move.
That's true. All right, look at the guy who can't move. Don't worry about it. Live your life, Chief.
Is that you want me to roll
You
persuasion?
can get him whenever.
Yeah, I would like a little flavor on like what kind of look or gesture or whatever Dion's using.
Dion scowls and tries to remember all of the bodyguards that have been present at every time he's interviewed somebody influential. And just Dion usually tries to look professional for his.
Yeah, but you're trying to look like you're ready to do violence as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Roll me some persuasion.
Tate, why are you an Abmec priest now?
I was wondering if that was just me. That was your-
Big crit.
I have no idea what that means.
You just
It
sound
means
like a
you're
robot.
Very distorted.
Yeah.
Oh, well then that's
No,
something
it's-
that's happening at your end.
Wait,
I have
you don't
not doing
anymore.
that on purpose.
Yeah, it's not anymore.
Wow. Roll me. No, that's plus the extra D10. All right. Let's see. You give this guy one look, who's already ready to get shot, like by a friend, and he's like, "Well, I guess I gotta do this," and is worried about everyone killing him at any given moment. And then you just give him this look of like pure death because you critted this. There is violence behind your eyes that is unspeakable, and shit, he is like, "No, I'm done with that," and he's ready to go. He doesn't care if his friend shoots at him at this point. He's like, pure animal fear has come to him.
So we letting him get away or what?
I mean, Lynx is all for stabbing him.
So, it
Who's
is
next on the list? Oh,
the commander guy's turn. So, dude in front of you, Lynx, I'm actually going to have him roll to see if he can resist this amount of pain because he literally has 1 HP.
Nat 1.
Nah, he tries to lift his gun as he's sitting there, like, barely able to breathe with a broken arm, and he basically has to choose either hold his chest in pain or hold gun, and he kind of tries to do both and can't really get up at you. He can't really point the gun at you or anyone else. So the other guy is going to shoot at Mariah, or is going to try to. And basically the same thing. This guy has actually like a shotgun. As he tries to put it up, she just, palm of her hand, pushes it to the side as it fires. Because you can't shoot a gun at her at this range like that. Anyways. So, yeah, it's Doc's turn again.
oh boy. Are any of these people over here still in range, or do I need to get closer?
So, add 20 to this guy. His partner who's off the screen. So it should be 84 to hit the one who's off screen that you haven't hit. The one who is off screen you haven't hit is trying to pick up his friend at distance that you moved.
Well, he'll be
And
So
he's
wait,
like, can't touch him. He's like, I can't, because if
so
you
this
move
guy's
this
the
guy,
one
he
with
will
the
die.
broken. This is the one with the broken, or no? This is not the one with the broken rib. Then.
Yeah, he's the one who's intimidated. One guy off screen has broken ribs, and then the other person off screen is trying to move him and can't because his friend is in immense pain.
Well, if we let him go, we'll probably have to deal with this again. So, sorry, bud.
Bow.
20.
And what's the DV for
We're
keeping
gonna
that up?
put 64 or 84?
84. Although that should be kind of the
is
same.
15. Anything under 100 is 15 TP.
Oh yeah, then you 100% get that. We'll need that damage.
No crit this time.
Nope. With 23, minus the 8, he's still up as you get this guy like in the shoulder from behind, but definitely messes with his armor. And he's not looking great. And now he's not moving because his friend was still threatening him, and no one's tried to threaten him to move again. But he's not happy and not really going to fire next round.
Cool. We'll take 2 alive.
Right, Fox.
All right.
I mean, he could still run away if he decides his friend is a lost cause, but
All right. Well,
your turn, Fox.
how do I want to go about this? Because those 2 are pretty much dealt with over there on the right. So, and my man on the left here wants to run. Yeah, at this point, Fox will just kind of walk over, because we're planning on taking alive the one that has like 1 HP left, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 now, but the one with the broken ribs who can't move, I assume that guy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll take him, and so I don't know. I guess yeah, I don't know. Fox is kind of just like looking around and seeing like we have a pretty solid handle on the situation at this point. Like everybody who seems like their immediate threat to us is pretty much not going anywhere. Only person that's still kind of standing is this guy over here, and he's running. Like, so yeah, he's kind of just gonna hang out. Like he'll slide over here, and like just kind of like have his gun up. You know what? I guess I'll shoot this guy. Why not? Nothing better to do.
Yeah, he hasn't been touched yet, so you might as well.
Make it easier for Mariah to blow his brains off. Here comes the hit.
Don't need that damage.
Oh, he's like next to me. I don't think I can miss. But yeah, I could technically miss.
I guess that's true. You
But
could have. Yeah, I should have.
Here comes the damage.
But like I said,
I can't roll 2 6s today. 17 though.
yeah. So he takes 9 of that and does not look happy about it. But unfortunately, no critical injury. He's trying to juke away from Mariah, who's obviously about to just beat his head in.
That's fine.
Yeah, now it is the guys on the left's turn. And yeah, dude here, not even trying to stay in cover anymore. Deeply afraid. He just starts moving.
Bye, friend.
What I'm going to do is move him to that layer and move this guy back. Because it's the one that just got shot but doesn't have an injury. And I just want to represent him on map as basically the same spot the other guy was. If that makes sense?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's, I do want to roll one thing. So the one that Doc just shot is going to actually attempt a first aid roll. And I think even at this distance, Doc, you're like, hey, it's not as bad as I assumed it would be. Oh, interesting.
That's a pretty good roll.
Pretty good.
Yeah, interesting.
Damn, not bad at all.
So, he surprisingly pulls out some medical tape and actually like wraps it around this guy's ribs, and his buddy is now not going to be injured, or at least he's not going to take damage. And both of them start trying to like hobble away.
Well,
Neither of them are
hobbling, we can
doing
catch up to a
great,
waste.
but the other guy, just full action and everything, is just gone. He's moved like
yeah,
15
him
meters
run.
at this point.
He's in the middle of the hot zone. He won't get too far.
But he's also, he's the only one who's not injured. The other 2 are definitely not going far. But anyways, Lynx, you have a guy that's basically on his last fucking legs right in front of you.
Murder him! Murder him!
Okay. Well, Lynx wanted to try out her new
Pause.
claws.
Do
So,
it!
yeah, so she's just gonna get real close and just like punch into this guy's chest and
Mhm.
let out her wolvers.
All right, roll to hit. I'm gonna give this guy lower to avoid The normal. He rolled a 1. Yeah,
Roll
that's
the 1.
thematically appropriate. Yeah, he can't barely get out of the way. He can tell what you're doing, and he tries, and you're just like, nah, shunk. And it doesn't matter what damage you roll, but if you want to roll damage, you can definitely do that.
I mean, like, I guess I will.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely dead as shit. I just wanted to know if you get like a
He's dead as
critical or
fuck.
anything.
He's dead as fuck, boy.
Yeah, you just shunk into his like lungs and heart and everything, and out. And yeah, he just falls over. He's just not gonna do anything else now.
I have a rate of fire too, but I don't think Lynx.
If you can make it to the other guy, you could do something. But
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Lynx could make it to this guy and just.
Mhm. I think there like was cover there, but Mariah's already just like pushed it out of the way. Because I think someone already fired him and broke that, so it doesn't matter. You can just stab him.
Yeah, I mean the claw's already out, so she's just gonna rake down on this guy's chest. 16.
Yeah, we don't need to roll the extra dice on that. He's not ready for this. He's already focusing so much on this woman in front of him who's absolutely ready for violence that he doesn't see you just kind of like dash to the side of her and shunk and roll me some damage.
7.
7. So that's actually 4 because half armor. Yeah, you get him pretty good in the side, and he does not seem happy about this.
Fight back. Damn it, Mariah.
Oof.
You fucking up.
Mariah doesn't get a good one. Well, let's do this just because it could be real low. Ugh,
Head in the
Of
game, girl. Come on. You're killing him.
that's a 6. But if he rolls low.
Nope.
Nah. So first one doesn't land.
16 is better. There we go.
Second one gets him. Or nope, I need D6s. I mean, it's only like 3. It's only 6. So this second set of punches, possibly because he just got stabbed in the like ribs, he's already backing up, and she has a hard time really catching him amongst all like the screens and signs and junk right in front of her. Dion, you've successfully intimidated one dude who is now just gone. He's just running. And then there's this other guy up in the corner here who is trying to hobble away with his friend, but hasn't really gotten far.
I mean, Dion is just going to dash over here.
Knock him. Knock him.
Did that take your movement and your action movement, or? Say what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, no, it did.
Aww.
Okay. So yeah, you're just like
him.
up in his face. This guy has 4 targets to pick between. It's gonna go Fox, Dion, Mariah, Lynx on this D4. Yeah, Mariah's the bigger threat as far as he's concerned.
I feel like that's the worst possible target you could have gone for. Like, she has like the highest reflex, I'm pretty sure, out of everybody here.
I mean, but she's also currently punching him, trying to smash his face in.
That's fair. To be fair, I think you're all trying to murder him one way or another.
Alright, so he rolls. And then to avoid... Oof, yeah, he actually does get her, so...
Oh, no.
Oof. So you can tell that like her gi as this shotgun blast just flies into her. That her sort of like, I hate to say gi, but it definitely has sort of like gi feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely is reinforced with some amount of armor plating, in that doesn't hurt her nearly as much as it should, and she doesn't get a critical injury as it basically like knocks her backwards, lifting her a bit. But it does look like her suit is damaged and she is bleeding a little as she does like swear, just like shit, fuck you little. as he manages to get her unawares. But it is the Doc's turn now.
Big
Oh,
Doc.
shit. Well, guess I'm gonna keep shooting at that same guy. Is he still has he moved at all? Or did he
He got to his friend. I guess when you shot him, he was like there. So he is, let's say, yeah, he's at 104 meters now. You could move forward to try and close that gap, but
and I will.
no, I wouldn't be 104. We'll say it's. We're gonna say it's a solid 100. He managed to get 6 meters.
Okay. How much is a hex? Is that 2 meters or 1?
Yeah, you should be able to use the arrow, and it's accurate now.
Okay, so it's 2. Okay. So I guess I move to the front of the truck then.
Mm.
And I can't actually see what the distance is because it cuts off. But
Okay, but yeah, so that should be 80.
this looks within range. Okay, let's take a shot.
Depending on how you roll, you could get range within like freaking 200 feet if you needed to.
That's not good. I'm gonna use the luck on that.
Yeah.
Just
I
as
do
a
low key
precaution.
love that it colors it though, like that it gives you like the red,
Yeah.
so you know like ahead of
So
time.
you
like,
know
you
in
fucked up.
advance
Yeah, you
that
fucked
you're
up. Oh,
So
Rolled a 1 and then a 10.
that's better. 22.
oh, that's a lot better.
That's
A
so
little
much
bit better
better.
than 4.
Yeah,
Much
you
better.
definitely hit him, and you really don't have to roll damage, but if you want to, real quick, because this is basically like the last thing.
All right. Just give me a sec. 21 damage. Oh, and 2 sixes. I get a crit.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you basically just like blow this man in half, just like destroy his spinal column because he's like facing away from you, and his friend falls down and can't really move. And yeah, that's basically
Oh,
end of combat as the guy that's in front of all 4 of you, totally surrounded. Uh, he tries to like fake surrendering for a second, like he drops his gun, and doesn't matter if you guys react to it or not because he does try and like pull his knife when he thinks everyone's not actually worried about him, but everyone is, and Mariah I think is the first one to just like break his arm with 2 very quick strikes, as you end up stopping them.
Yeah, she's good at that.
Uh,
You shouldn't fuck with her.
So you have 2 injured people, and I think that now is a good place for us to go to break, much later than normal.
Hey, I mean, technically, if we're going by actual stream time, like actual time we've been live, it's not that bad. But yeah, a break would be super fire. We'll be right back. Darlings loves babies, angels, peoples. And we'll see you guys in a little. Oh, actually, hang on. I have to do one thing. Fill for time real quick.
Yeah, so you have these 2 injured guys, and I think the little like flying drone that Manny has comes out, and his voice, this like crackly voice. Lynx, you're familiar with how he changes his voice as a hacker. It does make it a little less like the high pitched nasally. Like, I'm sorry, guys. It's a little more like a normal person voice for a second. He's like, I thought we said that none of them were going to get away. I hope that he doesn't know that I'm here.
Nah, he came here looking for anybody. He wasn't coming here for anybody specific. He just got told to follow the thing and shoot whoever came around. I don't think these idiots are anything more than just some hired muscle.
Oh, that's good. Well then, I mean, I think it'd be useful to interrogate them, but I believe that that's your expertise and not mine.
Oh, don't worry. We'll have a lot of fun with these ones. All right, we're ready.
Okay.
So we're gonna head over to break. But for those of you who are aware, hanging out with us for this awesome stream, we're having a good time. You get a special little peek as with our intermission comes a fun little promo image for something we have been working very hard on. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
See ya. Hey, how's everybody doing? We are back.
Some small technical
We are
difficulties
back.
that have been resolved. We're back.
So,
Like that should be our
yeah, you guys have just defeated these goons, basically.
These
Uh,
fucking weirdos.
yeah, I think we don't really need to rush through any kind of interrogation because it's very quickly apparent to you that, yeah, they are who they say they are. They call themselves the Reavers because they're kind of sci-fi nerds, but a lot of people are. And there's like a lot of different places that comes from. Only 2 of them are alive that you guys can like, do what you want, patch up, send on their way, or like intimidate them. They're actually pretty easy to
All right.
intimidate because none of their leaders are around.
I'm gonna start this real straightforward, and if y'all don't mind, I'll take lead on this. But if anybody wants to jump in and follow me up on anything that I'm doing, that's fine. But Fox against.
I mean,
sorry.
Lynx kind of wants to chase down that last person who ran away and just.
Oh well, yeah. If you want to be,
Well,
if you want to do that while we interrogate these 2, that's fine. Like, take somebody with you though, maybe.
It'll be interesting. I think Mariah goes with you because she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we got this.
Yeah, take Mariah with you. You guys can go hunt down the last one, and the boys we'll go have a chat. Well, the boys will go have a chat. All right, boys.
Okay.
Y'all come with me. Let the ladies have their fun.
Mm.
And we're gonna walk in, and as soon as we walk in, the first thing Fox is gonna do is and he's gonna kind of like he will look over and offer a slight sympathetic smirk to the 2 of them before he walks in, so they know like he's still their friends, and this is at least kind of an act, even though he's definitely a little short tempered. He walks in and he'll like snap his finger and look down at the one who's like effectively bleeding out, and kind of indicating to Doc like, go take care of that one real quick.
All right. Do you need a roll?
Yeah. Nah, because he's already been like stabilized by his buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You do know for him to be like lucid enough to talk to you, you do have to give him a little bit of something for the pain.
Yeah, just
what
take care of that, and then
you check on the bandages, and his buddy did a pretty good job, honestly. You're like, huh?
nice. So yeah, the moment like Doc like kind of starts like going over to patch up on him, Fox just look over, just, hey, can you hear me, all right?
Are you asking me, or are you asking,
asking you, yeah.
his friend?
I'm asking you, Doc.
Can he hear him, Tate?
Is he conscious?
Yeah, he's gonna be conscious, and like the pain medication you give him works pretty quick. So as soon as you put that in, he could respond.
Fantastic.
It's really more the lung, like the fact that it's his ribs broken will make it hard for him to respond until the pain medication. He's still lucid.
Okay, cool.
Ish.
So yeah, Fox kind of just like walk up, kind of just like not so much sit, kind of like kneel down in front of the 2 of them. He definitely has his pistol in his hand still, because we just kind of got out of a firefight. Yeah. Just go. Super not in the fucking mood for this. So let's keep this real simplistic, all right? You seem like you're still working on coming together, so I'll give you a second. You. Who hired you?
I mean, I don't know who, but I could probably help you find him.
Let's
like we
start with
said, random
speculation.
drone
Give me
dude.
some ideas, some thoughts, some information, anything you know, reputable contacts. What information did they give you? Start talking, and start talking fast, please.
Drone came in and just automatically had payments sent to us at a bank account that we thought nobody knew about. So that was already pretty scary. And so that's partially why I went along. This is one of the 3 that were not intimidated by you, but definitely not the guy who's the leader. It's
okay,
like, look,
cool, got it, no problem.
I can get you into the boss man's bank account if you think you can reverse engineer where that came from, and that's about all I got.
This might just be my connection, but your voice is getting a bit distorted again.
It's a little bit, but it's not
Mine?
too bad. I think you're okay now.
It might just be a connection. I don't
Yeah, I think
really
you're
hear
okay
anything
now.
on my end, but I can
So yeah,
fix that.
as this gets said, Fox kind of just says, "All right, that's fine. Listen. I don't really like payment from who? Speculation? Anything?"
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty nice drone, so it's someone more corpo-like. You or I couldn't buy that.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Doesn't matter. Not important. All right. At least you have something useful. So someone paid you to go follow after whatever the drone sent you and shoot whoever you found, huh?
Yeah.
They didn't give you anything besides that?
No, we're pretty easy to convince to go shoot people.
And when did this happen?
Honestly. It's probably happened a few hours ago.
Oh, recent hires. Interesting. Cool.
Honestly, we almost shot this thing, but money appeared in our account when it said it was.
Fantastic. I love that. That's good information to have on deck, just in case anything looks up. Okay, got it. So you don't know anything about who hired you specifically. You don't know anything about why you were hired to kill us, and you don't know anything about specifically the thing that brought you here, huh?
Not until we found out it was you.
So do you know
I'm assuming
anything?
it has something to do. Well, and he kind of looks around and he looks at his buddy with the broken ribs. I think he might. He's the tech guy.
Wonderful. Fox will shoot that guy in the fucking head and then look over at the guy who's still conscious. Just come on, stay with me. Don't lose it. Don't get in the shock right now. I know you're traumatized. But stay with me. Come on.
You just kill the dude with the broken arm and you go to the guy with the ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, just come on, stay with me. I'm sure you're traumatized right now, but let's focus right now.
So yeah, after the pain medication kicks in, he's like, "Really?" Just like pointing to the guy.
Yes, really. I so don't have time to waste on this. You have information. He didn't. You give it, or you join him.
Yeah, okay. He like tries to raise hands but can't. It's like, look, I didn't trust this drone thing was actually gonna pay us the other half, so I did slip a little something on it.
Fantastic. Pass that over to my. You know what? Fine. Doc, keep getting him patched up. I at least guess we still need this one alive.
Like you realize I don't have access to the bank account. He's the one who did.
Oh, I'm
our
not
boss.
really worried about that.
All right.
That doesn't sound like the
So,
kind of tone
yeah.
someone should. And as he says, Fox will stop him, like just finger to his lips and just say, "That is not the tone you take to the person who just saved your life. Try this again."
He didn't just say all right. Everything after that was me about to move on.
Oh no, I know, I'm sure, but like after the
Yeah.
all right, you just that is not the tone you use for someone that just saved your life. Try again.
I think he's a little like loopy, just a bit, and he's like, "Thank you for saving my life. I will hand you whatever tracking information I can get you. It's a little technical."
Okay, not bad. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm not in the mood to be cynical. Doc, finish patching him up. If y'all want anything more out of him, then get it. I'm gonna go smoke later.
Yeah.
Wish.
But yeah, from like story perspective, I think that unless you guys have something you want to do right in this moment, we can kind of skip ahead a bit.
I mean, the only thing that I would do is just like call Lynx and Mariah to check on if they, hunted down.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
last
right. What I would like Lynx to do is some kind of athletics or whatever to catch up to this guy with Mariah helping. So you can add an extra +8 to this.
Nice.
Okay. That's good because Lynx's athletics is not very good. Could you try to like stealth or like
You do have to
stealth
catch up to him, and he's running real fast. If you
Got
want to
At this
I
point.
do
just want it
something else to
known-
try and predict where he's gonna go,
I just want it
then
known. I had 3d6 in my hand randomly for no reason, and I just rolled them triple sixes. I just want that known.
you absolutely blew that man's head wide open. It's
Cool,
fine.
awesome, good to know. I don't know why I did that. I just like Warhammer player syndrome. You see d6s, you roll them. It's a constant. I'm sorry. I have ADHD.
Okay.
I apologize.
I mean, like, since there are buildings, right? I was wondering if like Lynx would like think about like grappling up onto the top and like
Fucking gonna
roof
Spider-Man
hopping
this
over.
guy.
Okay, I think it would still be athletics to get up on the roof, but that means that the next two rolls, because this is a complex thing, you have to succeed 3 times. The next one can be not athletics if you're trying to like get up on a roof and then see where he's going.
Okay.
So 1 athletics first just to get up there.
All right. 18.
Did you include the +8?
I don't think she's gonna get the +8.
Oh well.
No, you get a +8 because Mariah does help you up there. I think
Okay.
you were quick, like, get me on the roof. Whoop. So super easy, you're up there. And then yeah, if you want to look for where he is going, that would be perception. If you want to predict where he's going, that'll be human perception. But I think you should also roll me a scan real quick. This is not the check yet.
All right. Actually, was this the guy that like Lynx called?
Huh. Yeah, I guess you would be.
So can Lynx try to track down that radio signal?
You're a genius.
Hmm.
This is why you're the net runner.
Yeah, okay. So now correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not as tech savvy in real life, but it is a radio receiver, so I don't think you can track it necessarily. However, if you roll me high enough tech, I think you can basically get it to emit a tone that humans can't hear, but your gear can, if that makes
Ooh.
sense.
That's smart.
That is pretty smart. Okay. Lynx is gonna. Okay. So do I roll? Do I roll like electronic security tech or something for this, or?
Yeah. Although first, I want you to roll me a luck roll.
Got it. So that's
This is
a
not part of the 3.
1d10.
This is just
1d10 plus 5 is 12.
12. Yeah. Okay. You definitely got it.
Okay.
No, or like you can do it. I think you test it, and a tone happens. You mostly just didn't know if he turned his phone off or not because people told him to.
Got it. All right. So.
So yeah, roll me some security tech.
Got it. Good. With the tech scanner. Well, actually, Lynx isn't like close to use the tech scanner. Can.
Or you can roll basic tech or cyber tech, and you can get the +2 from the scanner if you want. Or is that what you're talking about?
Well, I mean, like, because Lynx does have a tech scanner, which gives her +2 to tech rolls. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it applies in this situation.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so
Yes.
we're just gonna roll. That's a 20 then.
Yeah, you're still close enough. Once you get on these roofs, you and Mariah's mostly like helping you get over to the other roof as someone who's just a little more athletically inclined.
Mhm.
As
Just
you're
a-
basically like, you're like not super paying attention to where you're running as you're going at a pretty good pace. You're trying to figure it out on your deck, and as you do, again, you guys don't hear it, but you do hear a few like annoyed yips and howls from from a few of these wolf yotes around, because this is definitely something that would bug them.
Fucking Yotes.
Yep, them yotes. And then yeah, your your deck just kind of gives you an arrow. It's like tone is from that way, and you know it's going to give you sort of a hot and cold indicator as well. And so yeah, you can basically cut them off in the pass pretty easy now that you can see where the buildings are. So what I would like to do is you can definitely suggest a different skill, but I'm thinking something like athletics to run ahead of him very quickly, or human perception to kind of tell where he's going, or streetwise to be like, I know how cities are laid out, and just kind of feel it out.
Aren't you bad at like all those things?
Basically. so Lynx is just gonna go with the athletics because Mariah can help.
Clip.
This is true.
Clipping that.
So Lynx is just gonna roll athletics and hope that it's not god awful. It's 15. That's not god awful.
Yeah, before her +8, as she's just basically helping to sling you along as you run over buildings, and you're not even trying to head him off, you're just going for him, so you kind of have to adjust more to the right as he's doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, eventually you guys sort of just manage to be right above him as he's running, like he's about to come right through this alleyway. If you would like to tell me how you're gonna stop this man.
I mean, like, Lynx is literally just going to like pounce and try to claw this guy's like legs.
Fucking left for dead
yeah,
hunter this motherfucker. Give it to him.
Yeah. Roll me an attack then, real quick.
Okay. And Lynx is real good at
Okay.
okay. Okay, let me
Lead!
then.
Oh,
Okay, it's only
you know.
this is 25.
Hey, it could have been worse. It could have happened in the opposite order.
That's true. That's true.
Opposite order is absolutely the worst. Yeah, okay. So I think the thing that you manage is you come down right in front of him, and you just get you get his kneecaps.
Oof.
Like just whoop, and he is not happy about that. Obviously, he just sort of screams and collapses, and then Mariah comes up behind him, or like falls behind him, and just to the back of his head, and he's just out.
I mean,
It's just like 2 strikes, it's done.
I mean, is he dead or is he unconscious?
Well, I think that's up to you as to would you not want her to kill him.
I mean, like, Lynx doesn't care. She's kind of just like, well, I mean, do we need another person for interrogation, or can we just kill all of them?
I mean, I was gonna say it would probably be around this time that Fox would be calling to check in, just like, because that was what I said I was doing at the end of my scene. At the end of our scene was like he would call you guys and check in on like that. So I figure it's probably around this time he calls in, just like, checking in. What's up?
Well, kid's down. Do you need him alive?
Do we ever need them alive?
Okay.
sometime.
Occasionally we want them alive. Do we ever need them alive?
Okay. Do we need any more kids for or not kids? Sorry. Do we need any more of these meat bags for info or?
Check his pockets. There's anything important on him, take it. Otherwise, gut him.
Works for
Not my
me.
problem.
Works for me. So.
Yeah, I believe that would be a. Oh, there's a skill check for this. Specific one. Conceal reveal object to search this man.
Okay. Lynx will roll it because Lynx has pretty good conceal reveal object. 13 cries.
Bad,
Okay,
bad.
I will the luck roll I guess for a
Nice roll.
slightly higher one.
If you want,
'cause
sure.
Just resulted at 13 again.
You just got it twice.
The universe has decided. Yeah, I mean, you find there's a few cred chips. I think like 50 creds worth, broken up between several chips. He's got a handgun. It's about the same quality as yours, honestly. It's not great, but it's not bad. He does have the burner phone, like the pretty simple burner phone that you were kind of fucking with. He's wearing like,
Fucking with burner phones.
some street clothes, leather jacket that's all reinforced if you want any of that. He doesn't seem to have like a lot on him. There's a few personal effects, like he's got a wallet, he's got stuff like that. There's some like addresses written down. Like this man has a hard time remembering where he's supposed to go for stuff. There's not really a lot of notes on them. They're just addresses.
Mhm.
There is one that says new base of operations, basically.
Okay.
You can tell it's in the hot zone.
Well, Lynx is just gonna pick that one up.
Mhm.
And the other addresses maybe she can look those up later, but otherwise she doesn't really give much of a crap about anything else. And yoink those cred chips because money.
Money's always
Yeah.
good.
Otherwise,
And yeah, I guess he'd have like 30 rounds for pistol on him that will fit in your gun. So
ooh, nice. All right, I'll take that. Cause okay,
Yeah, so
cause
Fox
Lynx
Connection
has not
again,
been
just-
using any of or has not tried to use her handgun because she's
Fox just
shit
tap
at
back in, just like update. Anything useful?
some addresses.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Why is he still breathing?
he's not.
Good.
yeah,
Fantastic.
you're like check, and it's Mariah's like, I maybe hit him too hard. Yeah, he's not.
Oh, damn,
Getting
she's
back up.
badass. Gotta find me a woman like
I think
that.
if she can hear over because she was kind of close, it's like, no, Lynx took him out of the kneecaps. My job was easy.
I gotta find me a woman like the two of you someday. Anyway. Alright. You guys know the drill, right? We got the information we need, and anybody who saw us come here is pretty much cleaned up from here. We got at least one guy left here we can talk to if we need to, but for now, I say we get the hell out of the hot zone. We regroup back at Neon Lights for a while, lay low, keep it cool, stay out of the mix. Afterwards, we sell off these computers for some good money, stock up on supplies, and road trip for that factory. Thoughts, constellations, agreements?
Lynx is still quiet. She's just casually wiping off her wolvers on this dead guy's.
Oh god, I need more sociable associates. This is ridiculous.
Nah. But yeah, out of character. Was there anything you guys wanted to do with this scene? Oh, sorry. What'd you say, Doc?
I agree that getting out of the hot zone is a good idea.
Finally, a voice of reason. If there are no
It's-
objections, let's regroup where we were and head back for our car, huh?
But I wanted to talk with. Whatever, we can talk.
You
with
can
Manny later,
literally
I guess.
contact him
You
from
can
any
call.
distance via the internet whenever you want.
You would also
Oh.
know, Lynx, that definitely his VR setup to talk to you, like his space that he has there, technically much nicer than his own apartment. Like his
Yeah.
apartment is basically like some plastic tables and a bed and a toilet. That's
And
it.
honestly, he
That's
kind of
about it.
I mean, Lynx is just disappointed that you can't lecture him about health and safety concerns.
Listen, we can
You
deal with
can
all that later.
can.
To be honest, he kind of smells a little bit. I got enough of him. Anyway, let's get out of here.
You really
Fine.
wonder if that's just like the area he's in doesn't smell great, or if it's him.
Yeah,
It's
you know, I
probably
can
a
believe
little
that,
of
and
both.
I think Fox just doesn't want to know the answer. He's just like, you know what? Either way, this place thinks that I want to leave.
Fine, we'll drop the bodies off in the bakery.
Man, fuck those bodies.
Yeah.
Leave them here. Not our problem.
But we don't want any breadcrumbs back to this poor kid.
How are they breadcrumbs to us? People die in the house all the fucking time.
You know that the one you just took out, Lynx, is far enough away. It's not a problem. And I think that the other two you probably moved into that space anyways, because it's like the only building that is easily accessible. Everywhere else is kind of collapsed.
Besides, the
Alright.
will get to the bodies anyway. Give it a week. These things
But
will be
anyways,
scraps.
Yeah. I think you can also tell that like there is a hole in the wall on the other side from the door that is almost specifically there to let the Yotes in to like deal with bodies.
That sounds reasonable. It sounds like that's another glorious victory for communism. We work with the environment. We provide for each according to their needs. Anyway, point being, yeah, I got nothing else to do with this scene. If y'all got anything to do, let me know.
So I think like the details as you guys get to. Oh, sorry, yes.
I was just gonna say Lynx is ready to just go then if there's
Yeah.
nothing else.
I think the details from the scene as you guys get together and head back to the car. Not much else happens.
Mhm.
Manny does keep talking to you, Lynx, and does sort of set up with you a way to get Fox the data from like these call streams that you guys can sort of look over later if you need to.
Yep.
But his like top line summary as he's looking through is he's pretty sure that that Stinkminer is paranoid enough that he's not putting all of the information even in his private call logs, that he does have some kind of physical documents he refers to
Mhm.
that his associates know about and can read physically because he doesn't trust that it can't get hacked. You'd have to like break into his office
Oh,
or
yeah.
house.
So,
You
yeah.
do get the location of his family though, which
Perfect.
is they definitely live in one of the nicer places, like kind of the north end of the Watson development,
Yep.
but not in the executive zone. So you know that it's like not the hardest place to get to, but it's still probably not going to be easy. He definitely has private security like in the neighborhood.
Totally fine.
So-
Hey, so yeah, Fox will kind of take in all the information that's being passed off to him. He'll just kind of like shunt that off to Kat and just go sort through that and find me any important call logs you think I might care about later, Kat, if you don't mind. But he will take direct note of the location where he's at, and also see if he can find a good picture of his wife, just out of curiosity. And once
Yeah, I
he
mean,
finds
she's
a
got
solid picture
social
of
media.
her,
It's pretty easy to find.
yeah, once he finds a solid picture of her, just like, not bad. Hey, Ma, when are we planning on leaving for this factory?
Well, you said laid low for the day. Getting supplies together as well as the fuel needed necessary for the trip might take a little bit, unless you can work some magic with your nomad friends. We should also prep for some tech interference. Might want to talk with Enzo about that.
Oh yeah, Enzo's probably coming with us. Don't worry.
You can swing it.
I'll try.
So 1 day to lay low, another day for prep. Give it a 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days. Cool. Hey D.
Yeah.
You think it's possible we could put some campaigning together?
Yeah, just tell me what you need.
Nothing special. A stage somewhere, a little bit of a crowd, somewhere nice. I'm thinking somewhere in the Watson development.
I'll see what I can do.
I have the utmost faith in you. I agree, kids. All right. So you know how this works from here. We get back to Neon Lights. We play it cool. You guys stay off the radar doing whatever you have to do, and I'll keep my public face up for as long as possible. See if I can't find us a little bit of leverage against our political rivals, as it were. After all, all's fair in love and war.
Yeah, you guys sort of drive back, and I think that there's just a few things that you know that you're going to have to look into moving forward. One is it would probably be very good to get a nomad group to help you. Manny had said that he's worked with a nomad group that like Daniel knows, and that's kind of how he got stuff back and forth. So you might want to try and contact Daniel about that.
Honestly, I probably know
Enzo
them,
might be helpful.
Given my level of fixer at this point.
That's
I
fair.
probably at least know of them.
Yeah. And that Dion, you would know that you'd still have 3 friends out there that you need to like warn or find at some point. And Doc, you would know that there's something about these robots. You don't know what.
Fucking bots.
And
Just
I think sort of if it's all right with you guys, I think maybe the scene that we sort of end this on is that you guys get back to Neon Lights, and you sort of help unpack some stuff. Fox, you're probably about to leave to your own apartment, and I think that Lynx, you get like 2 messages at about the same time of D, the AI,
Mhm.
is like, oh, can we have that conversation? I think I could access the pretty good hologram system you have in your cafe, if you would allow me. And at the same time, you get from Oryx, it's like, hey, can we talk? And like the hologram thing?
You're fucking popular.
Part where Link's just like, God, I have too many things pulling my attention. All right, I'm just gonna talk to just letting you know, Lynx is talking to Oryx first.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has, like, first there might be a lead on the AIs disappearing because of that factory thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
2, she needs to know if she can let D talk to talk with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think. Oh, and 3, there is a robot factory, and there might be a robot factory if we can get that
Yeah.
up and running again.
So I think the scene sort of ends with you tell Oryx, yeah, you tell D, give us a bit. I need to talk to some people first. And sort of the final shot, I guess, is Oryx shows up and he's like, hey, so I think there's an AI that's in trouble. Have you heard of this guy D? And scene.
Great. Well, know what we're doing next session.
We're going to end a little bit early today, if you guys don't mind. And yeah, this has been Neon Lights in Night City. I'd like each of my players to sort of tell me where they're from and what they're doing, and we'll head on out.
What's going on? It's Lil Foxy from the 34, also known as Big Foxy, also known as Young Foxy, also known as Baron Von Foxy, your favorite fox. If you want to find me on the Twitter sphere, I can be found at Young Foxy. That's YUNG_FOXXI. Same thing on SoundCloud if you're looking for me there. EP coming out soon whenever I stop being lazy and finish it. If you want to see me do more tabletop-related stuff and you're all following this channel, you'll catch me GMing next week for my back-to-back GMing weekend of Seven Sons, followed by In His Divine Name, our D&D and Only War campaigns respectively. You will also catch me back here in 2 weeks playing in this. You'll probably see me run a Tavern Tales here in the next little bit of time. And if you were around for Break and caught the promo, you would be aware that officially we are making news for Core Hearts, our anime campaign, which is officially casted and ready to go. There's a promo for that. We'll probably put it up on the screen again before we head out. It'd be pretty badass. But yeah, so other than that, you'll see me around. You also see me over on TBK Roleplay. I'm in Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I was in Beyond the Undergrowth, but that's now over. And I'm also in Roundhouse Omega. So catch me in those things. It'll be pretty dope in Fire and Flames. And also check out our socials and shit. And that's gonna be how that rocks. Okay, take it away, Michelle.
All right. I'm Michelle. I play Lynx, who now has a very big headache to deal with.
Yeah.
A couple of different headaches to deal with. I don't have social media though, so that's
I guess it's my turn. Hi, I'm Dan. You can find me on Twitter at LandTheDan. I don't really have anything to promote. I do this, and I do Seven Sons every Saturday at 5. I'm in that too. I'm a floating suit of armor.
Oh, you're so much more, friend. You just don't know it yet.
I am a T-posing floating suit of armor.
Everything is a hint, by the way, if you were wondering. Anyway, Joe, take it.
Hi, my name is Joe. I play Theon in this, and that's the only campaign I'm in at the moment.
For now.
I stream and I'm on Twitter. And theoretically I make music, but probably maybe at the end of this month, but I'm not sure.
My man got Schrodinger's SoundCloud.
It's the music we use for this show.
Yeah, that if you caught the intro video, that was Joe's music.
Or the wait music in the start screen. Both of those were Joe's music, actually. So there you go.
Thank you for the plug.
There you go. Got you covered. Tate, you could tell people who you are.
Yep.
You count.
My name's Tate Washburn. I am the DM for this game. I play Wolf and Seven Sons. I sometimes run one-shots and things on this channel. You can find me at @kinda_writing on Twitter. It's mostly me being sarcastic or political or talking about like writing stuff. Sometimes I talk about my tabletop stuff. Yeah, what you really should do is follow us on Twitter at Neon Lights Are Play. You can also follow us here for sure, and we have a Discord that is cool and fun with like pet pictures and memes and shit like that.
All kinds of great things.
Yeah, so it's been a fun time playing for you guys. Is there anything else we want to pitch real quick, or we got it?
No, I think we're Gucci. I'm gonna slide us back over to the intermission screen with the promo. So yeah, just one more time, bring up that cool little promo image we had for Core Hearts, and then once
Are we gonna raid someone?
we'll set up the raid once we got that going. All right. See y'all in a little bit. We love you. Bye bye.
See you.
Stand by for a raid.